stars. I want to see if we can get that beer. Oh, fuck yeah, I can.
Sweet. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Maxwell Stars. Hangout for Saturday night. What did I call this thing? Saturday night booze bags.
Nice.
A little late coming online, but just finally get enough people to really make this a real hangout. First and foremost, what's everybody drinking? I know Greg's not drinking anything.
I just had a ginger ale.
You just had a ginger ale. Yes, that's technically an ale. What brand was it? It was Schweppes, wasn't it?
It was Schweppes. It was a dark ginger ale.
Ooh.
I'm finishing off a can of what was Great Lakes Brewing Lake Effect IPA.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever had that. I've been to Great Lakes before, but I don't know if I've ever had Lake Effect.
They've got three. They're Lake Effect and Octopus Wants to Fight and Karma Citra IPA are three of my favorite IPAs.
Oh, okay. I've had the octopus before.
I'm sure you have.
Nice.
Oh.
Well played. Well played.
Many tentacles. What are you drinking, Guy?
I'm being bad. I got the famous Gross Smoky Black whiskey. That's 40%, but I'm mixing it with the Coke Zero Cherry.
Holy shit. You only bought that bottle like a couple days ago.
And I think...
Was it last week, or was it a couple days ago you bought that bottle?
Last week, I think, but yeah, it's going down fast.
Yeah.
Because I'm using like a big-ass fucking Muskoka glass. I've been drinking pretty fast. It's my second glass so far.
Like, 2 fingers or 3 every glass, you know.
And I almost ate an entire large pizza to myself. So
there you go. I'm drinking a Propeller Cascade Pale Ale.
oh, that's so good.
American Pale Ale. It's not bad. It's a lot like their original Pale Ale they used to have years ago, except for you can definitely tell they're using Cascades instead. I think we used Warrior hops before. It's a bit better, but it's still it's like grapefruit and maybe a bit resiny and very, very biscuity.
Nice.
Hoppy molasses cookie. It's okay.
Ooh, hoppy
little heavy
cookie.
Little heavy for a pale ale.
It's not one of those Captain Crunch beers, is it?
I mean, you know what? There is kind of like a Captain Crunch. No corn, just.
No, they're beginning to
It's rather sweet.
Yeah, they're becoming more and more similar. Now, a lot of places they make those type of beers, but they started to all taste like Captain Crunch on most of them. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but yeah, lots of Captain Crunch beers here in Ottawa, anyways.
Okay then.
I've not had a Captain Crunch beer. Sounds interesting.
There's quite a few.
Quite interesting.
Looking at Great Lakes Brewing when you're talking about the IPA there. I know I don't think I've had Lake Effect. I know I've had a bunch from them before, but I don't think Lake Effect's one of them. I had.
Good. That's probably my favorite IPA they make.
What was No Chance of Miranda?
I've never heard of that.
That's a saison. They have. I don't think they've made.
Oh, this is the saison. Obviously they made it in the spring.
The only review beer I have left to do is Left Field Laser Show double IPA I got in the fridge.
I want to try that one. It looks pretty cool.
8%. Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, what was the last one I had? Oh, I finally drank that chocolate-covered cherry things from that Greg gave me, like 2016. I finally drank that early last year.
Sorry, what?
I'm looking through my Untapped here. You remember the chocolate-covered cherry things?
No.
Pascal eats those all the fucking time.
Which brewery makes that?
Great Lakes.
Oh. Frig, I have no recollection of that.
Yeah. Fuck, you picked it up and gave it to me. Well, I mean, I paid you back, but
I mean, it's possible. I don't remember.
That's not the cherry blossoms, no.
Yeah, I have no idea. Look at it. Yeah. It just says a Belgian quad with Soma chocolate and cherry. Who farted? Is that Greg?
I was
Yeah,
told.
Cherry Blossom. That's what we call it.
Everybody, Random, we see that I passed 500 subscribers today.
Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations. You didn't think I was serious, but I was saying that you paid for those subs, did you?
No.
I
Good.
was at 500 now.
I just saw your response there. I'm like, God, man, I'm fucking kidding.
No,
Paid for every single
not
one.
at all.
They paid every single one of them.
It was actually like randomly during that Drunken One stream, man. I got like 20 subscribers while I was part of his stream. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Soon you'll be
Oh, you
bringing
get in
the
this-
big
you get in
beer
this stream.
buck.
So you're peddling for subs in Drunken One's feed today.
Not even peddling. Like he just was like, "These are
Oh,
this
you-
guy's an awesome
you-
guy." Like, he was kind of promoting me, and I was just like, "Holy shit! Thank you all so very very much." And they just kept on doing it. It was crazy.
Oh, there you go.
So I need to do something special for 500 now. I don't know what the hell to do.
Do a 500 subscriber, like make a giveaway or something.
Doing
I don't think I did it. I don't think I did anything for my 500.
I gotta do something. Like I don't know, like maybe like a live beer review, get all hammered or something. I don't know.
Shave the beard live on camera.
See that's just not gonna happen.
Do a beard review.
I could trim it where I take like the scissors and go like, there we go.
Wow. You saw it here first.
This is
Hardcore
almost
trim.
painful to watch. You worked on that so hard.
I just did my.
This was
800.
actually some record. I've got two braids going on right now that I twisted them down into one, and it's just staying there. It's cool. I like it.
What were you saying, Guy?
We just did our 800 subscriber review not long ago.
Oh, yeah.
But I got 25 more subscribers by doing the 3 can of Pepsi challenge for reckless eating. That thing they did. Radar fucking blew me away. Holy shit.
Radar blew you.
Yep.
Looking at the comments here. On the 10th was waiting. I think he gave up waiting. He was waiting for the stream was frozen, yes, because we hadn't gone live yet. Megaloid fans in the chat says that beard though, and I see the Redbeard's. Yeah, you grew it yourself. Well, it came kind of on your face.
Well, of course he grew it himself. Who else was going to grow it for him?
She says, "I love chocolate covered cherries. I can get into a beer that tastes like that." Yeah, I love chocolate covered cherries too, but I didn't think that maybe it's because I waited on it a year. But I remember that chocolate covered cherries thing. It wasn't very much chocolate; it was more tart cherry.
What was the ABV on it?
Oh fuck! Let me try and find out. I think it was a quad, so it's probably high. 8.8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, okay. Ferg, I have no recollection of trying this beer. Apparently, I gave it a 4 out of 5. That's not.
Yeah, well, how many beers have you had there, Greg?
There's a few.
A few, he says.
Just his voice when he said that. I've had a few.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near up there
Few.
with somebody like Chad or even Joe.
Yeah.
But you did review that butter tart beer, I think you did. Hey, Nick?
Did I?
The one I sent
Yeah,
you?
the butter tart you sent me. Yeah, I did review that.
Is it the Soda City one?
What?
The Eagle? Is that the Soda City one with the eagle holding the butter tart on it?
Yeah, but I think it was Soda City, but it was a different brand. It was brewing.
It's a
with
collaboration with the Griffin Pub or something like that. It's a damn
Yeah.
tasty beer. I like that one. It smells like a butter tart.
I remember it being pretty good. I think I had it a little processed prime, but it was still very good. Maybe I can see if I can find out what number it was. That's why I like numbering my videos. They're not all uploaded in order, but at least when I look at the number, I know if I tell somebody, okay, it was review number 463, then they'll know what to search on my channel.
I buy that again. That was good.
I was reviewing 492, and I uploaded the review last March. Midland's best.
Probably just a one-off that beer.
Well, they came back. They re-released it, didn't they? It's the same. It had the same can with the eagle on it.
Yeah.
I'll share it here. Yeah, like YouTube.
CBO.
Yeah. So yeah, it was review number 492. If you can see that, I'm not gonna play the entire review, but you can see where the can is. Holy
Jesus
shit,
Christ.
Key. Hey, look, it's me. You can see I'm reviewing a beer and doing a whole lot of talking to myself in front of a camera.
Just start licking the can.
It only got 21 views if anybody wants to go watch it. Stupid YouTube algorithms and shit.
Only 21 people with the good taste out there. That's it.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here's thanks, Guy. YouTube.com user Beer Guy reviews. And
It still works.
and drinking and still works. Because
Alf.
your username is still Beer Guy Reviews online, and even though you've changed your name to Drinking in Canada.
Reviews.
Well, even though I'll lose YouTube email support, I have both. I have Beer Guy Reviews and Drinking in Canada now.
Yeah, well, you must be pretty close. Like, what's your all time views? 2,200. You do a lot more than I do. When you do also like whiskey reviews and food reviews, and then I think that stuff gets more hits than mine.
No, you have to do the shit liquor. Like you have to do Jägermeister. Then you do the most popular dumb stuff. That's where all the views are.
Dude, the most popular video on my channel by thousands and thousands of views is me pouring a bottle of raspberry Smirnoff Ice and a bottle of orange creamsicle Bacardi Breezer into a big glass and chugging it. That video has like almost 20,000 views. My next highest one is like barely 1,000. It's insane.
Check this out. I don't know if you can see this. This is my analytics, and it actually shows like what's my most popular videos. Well, the most recent, most watched video, of course, is last weekend's Saturday Night Pray for Joe telethon. But after that, let me see if I can find views. Click on views here, and
did you do Kilkenny? Is it Kilkenny? That one's fuck. That one got so many views too. What it's called?
Yeah, my most watched videos, and this is in like the last 28 days, I think. So I did this video like 6-7 years ago on reversing falls here in St. John, and it has gotten so many views. I think lifetime views on it is insane. It's like let me see it. Does it say lifetime views? There we go. I know it's like an obnoxious amount of views compared to what my rest of my channel gets. Watch time. Yeah, look, it's almost to 100. Not even a beer review. It's almost to 100,000. But my top beer review is Beck's non-alcoholic beer, and then Schafferhofer grapefruit. Oh, that's within the last 28 days. Anyway, it's slowing down my browser. I'm gonna kill that. But yeah, like for example, like Beck's non-alcoholic, and it's not even my most liked video. That's actually one of my most hated videos because of the opinion I gave on a beer that apparently a lot of people like, and it got so many dislikes that it's I had to turn comments and likes off.
Oh, just like
it got 13,000 views.
It's like me and Pascal, we reviewed the Nicki Minaj's drink and said it tastes like a cleaner, and it's like so many bad things. Got so many downvotes on that one. that was so bad. The worst drink ever.
Yeah, I turned the downvotes off in my Beck's non-alcoholic review when it hit like 10 or 12 or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm not showing that. Ended up getting to so many troll comments, I turned comments off on it. Just because it's just ridiculous. But yeah, it's the biggest. Like, yeah, one of my other big reviews is the Budweiser shot. You know the Molson Cold shots, the Budweiser version they came out with it. Yeah, well, a few years ago. I think you can still get it in some places, can't you? Budweiser shot.
I'm sure you can get it in Quebec.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's like super cheap drink to get drunk beer. But yeah, it's like several thousand hits too. But most of my, like, if I upload something to like a craft beer review, it might get like 20 views.
And get the only place I can still get the lemon gin if I want to get old school smashed up. That stuff is so dangerous.
Which one is that?
Just a lemon gin. It's like in a plastic green bottle. Oh, that was
Is it an actual lemon gin, or are you talking about the Bridge Brewing lemon gin that we had?
Oh, no, I'll show you. It's Gelby's lemon gin Collins.
But it was actually a lemon gin.
Yeah. It's like a
Okay.
green bottle. Like I'll post that thingy-majigs. Guaranteed hangover.
Take a look at this. Oh, okay. So just so people know what we're talking about, this is the lemon gin that Guy was just talking about. Lemon Gin Collins from Ghibli's. 27% ABV. See, that actually sounds like something I'd like to try. Like, how was it? Was it spicy like that other one we had when you were here? Or
It's more sweeter. It's the kind of thing. It's pretty. Wow, I remember just being really cheap too.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
I wouldn't trust the LCBO pricing. It's probably way cheaper in Quebec. Well, see, even the LCBO it's $26, so that's probably even cheaper than that Quebec side.
All right, did I close that? I think I closed the chat. I'll reopen it here.
The SAQ, how much they sell that? Okay, they called it a fruit liqueur. Yeah, 22 bucks and 25 cents Quebec.
And Rod's in the chat, and oh yeah, the Megaloid fans is burping contest. Sorry about that. It's just something came over me. I think it was gas.
Oh, we got some Rod J in there. We got some
Rod J's in there. Why don't you get in here, Rod J? And I don't have Maple Risky on my Facebook if you want to send them the link.
Yeah, Maple Risky. If you want to come on in, I'll send the link your way, buddy. If you want to join, I just gotta go like bleh and bleh and bleh and then bleh and then bleh.
What's a maple whiskey? What are you talking about?
Maple Risky. Yeah, he's the other guy that went to Chad's there last week?
Yep.
No. Who was along ago? How many of these I got left?
What the hell?
Okay. I have another Cascade Pale Ale, I think.
Did you buy a 6-pack or something?
Yeah, I bought a 6-pack. Well, they only come in 6-packs here, but I was like, I want something that can session. This will do the trick.
I think your liquor stores really frown upon single bottles over there, eh?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of single bottles there, but stuff from like Garrison or Propeller, it's like the mainstays, like the Irish Red or the IPA or something like that. You generally only get in 6-packs. It's like the Juicy IPA, like special releases, like the Juicy IPA that you get in cans, or the Imperial IPA, or a lot of the. It's really hard to remember all the beers. Like any like specialty release these days, we get it in single bottles. But if we get it in like big single bottles or something, then it's going to be obnoxiously expensive. Like, shit, I was going to drink.
No, Maple Rescue. I just sent the link to your Facebook.
Cool.
So you're here.
Yeah, like Bose. Like a bunch of Bose stuff showed up here, like Bose Bottle Limp. I ended up picking up 2 bottles of that, but they were $8 a piece.
They're good though. They're damn good.
Yeah.
And strong.
I was thinking of cracking that open actually.
You got
but
2.
Here, basically, LCBO is like if it's not a sealed pack, you can buy 1 bottle if you want to. Just take it out of the pack.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, all right. No, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, like here, if I wanted 1 bottle of something, I can't just take it out of the pack unless it's like in a 6-pack with an open like with an open bottle, and even then, some of them are actually sold as 6-packs only. Like if you go up to the cash and they try to ring it in, they'll either ring up as 6 bottles of it, or it won't ring up at all. And they're like, "Where'd you get this?" I pulled it out of a 6-pack. I was like, "Okay, well, you got to buy the entire 6-pack." And
Then he said, then he's like, "Oh, somebody already took a bottle from the pack." Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Two can play at this game.
Like Rajay, I don't see you still trying to get in the chat here. You're welcome to come in, man. Unless if you're busy, that's fine. That's cool too.
I'm actually kind of lucky, whereas I'm friends with a couple people that work at the LCBOs here in North Bay, so they'll let me take that one bottle out, and then they put the other ones into their like random singles pile, whatever. But yeah, I'm cracking open some. Like, I'm so happy this appeared in the LCBO.
You really like that beer, don't you? Like I've actually still got the can that Maple Risky's here.
This beer right here. You're so goddamn right, man.
Yeah, you really love the anus, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I love Uranus, buddy. Uranus.
Oh, you know it's sexy.
Oh.
But you really like that. I actually still have the can that you sent me, Becky.
It's damn tasty, man. And again, it's in the LCBO now, so I can just keep on buying it. It's $5.50 a can, though. So
holy fuck, that's expensive.
I've got it. Yeah, I've got a can of that you sent me. I have a can of that I bought at NB Liquor the year before that, and when it showed up here, and I've got a bottle of it that Chad had given me when I went up to the first Albino Rhino Beer Fest. So I got a 14, a 15, and a 16 on hand of Long Dark Voyage to Uranus.
I want to get the bloody one, the bloody Voyage to Uranus. I've had that one.
That's the Long Dark
had that?
Voyage. I haven't had that one. Blood of Cthulhu though is
that was. You sure you haven't had that, Key? Because that was at one of the beer fests. That was the second one, I think.
I don't think I had it.
Oh.
But yeah, I had that Blood of Cthulhu at the Union 613, and they were crazy.
That shit and this shit are more or less tied with that Prodroma stuff by Omnipolo for like my favorite stouts ever.
Who
I remember because.
Very good.
No, I was like drinking a beer before Blood of Cthulhu. I was full, but I really wanted to drink it, so I went downstairs and I puked in the toilet. And I went back upstairs to drink the Blood of Cthulhu. It was wonderful.
Jesus.
Gotta make room where you can, right?
Hey,
Doing purge by doing the 3-can challenge. Who makes the Blood of Cthulhu?
That's Sawdust as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
What is it? It's I've only ever heard of it. Heard the
It's
name.
an imperial stout with raspberries, cherries, and some other berry I can't think of off the top of my head, but it's fucking delicious.
Okay.
Fucking intense.
And also like both the same. I think the same price as this, like $5.50, and also 9.5%. So
Sweet.
Brutal.
it's
Damn.
it's expensive, but it's so fucking tasty.
Look it up. Soda City Blood of Cthulhu. What did they put in it? Available October to November.
They might still have some there. They were selling it through their online service.
Raspberry, cranberry, and tart cherry.
Cranberry.
See, that cranberry. Yeah, that actually sounds really good.
It is. It's fucking delicious, dude. So yummy. I just wanted, again, I'm just a sucker. Like, Sawdust City is overall my favorite brewery that I have drank a bunch of beers from. Like, I've got at least 20 different cans on my shelf up there from them, and I've loved almost all of them.
And you know what? So Sawdust City, some of their beers do come down here, but usually it's like the lighter ones. Like we got the Kolsch and one of the pale ales or something like that.
Yeah, the Golden Beach Pale Ale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like that one. There was the we got the Skinny Dipping Stout, and we got the what was the name of the Kolsch?
Old Woody. No, they have the Old Woody.
Old Woody. That's what it was.
Okay,
but Old Woody alt beer. Okay,
yeah, that's alt beer. Yeah.
All right, cool. There was Gateway Kolsch. That's what it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. You're right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the Woody too. But I just think like, okay, you got the Kolsch, you got the Pale Ale, you got the fucking Yelp beer. I'm like, dude, bring us something a little more like New Brunswick craft beer. If you're gonna buy like when Sawdust City shows up here, it's gonna be like $5-6 a can. if you're gonna bring something here that's gonna cost that much for New Brunswickers to drink, bring something good like Blood of Cthulhu
Yeah.
or Long Dark Voyage.
Not even something good, something interesting. Like that's one of my issues when I go to the LCBO now. Even if there is a new beer for me to have, nine times out of 10, it's a Kolsch. It's a fucking plot. It's just
was okay, but I had the
bland.
bullshit. It was fucking boring. So it sits there, and you think, oh well, nobody likes Sawdust City around here. You know, Sawdust City makes some great stuff. Bring the good stuff here.
Agreed, man. They make some great stuff. And again, like they host a Funk Fest every year, which is a
Oh yeah,
fucking the festival of sour beer, basically, and it's amazing. Such a good time.
yeah. Holy shit, Peter's in. Fuck, you're still awake? You look like you got a frown, man. Are you okay?
Just woke up.
Just woke up. You woke up. Time for the hair of the dog.
Hi guys, how's it going?
It's
going
going.
on?
How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Just tucking into a McKellar Porter.
Keller Porter.
Really good,
It is.
actually. 8%, and it's a good honest porter. There's no like flavorings added to it, or it's not barrel aged or anything. It's just a good honest porter and fantastic stuff.
Nice.
Interesting enough. And yeah, I didn't even ask. Welcome aboard, Maple Risky.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad.
Victoria is actually currently trying to get her shit working so she can join in, so that might happen.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
She's welcome.
That's
She's welcome to
nice.
come in. What are you drinking, Maple?
Oh, Peter joined. Hello, Peter.
I'm
Richard,
drinking Black Lager from Silversmith.
Oh, ooh, that's actually pretty tasty.
Yeah, it is
It's
actually
decent.
quite tasty.
I wonder if I can find the picture. Wonder if I can find the picture of Guy's Black Lager that we had when we visited Silversmith back in
I did
2014.
that one on location actually. So when I bought the 4-pack, I just drank that bottle of Black Lager because I have the Black Lager vlog that I did on location there. I'm gonna edit that one.
I like
I just
their
did
big
the- I
mugs.
I just did the Oast House one today from when we were there, and
Which one was that one again?
I had the whole flight when I was there, so I just
Oh yeah.
from each one. But the music they had there was so loud. It's one of the first videos I think I've ever put up where like the monetization symbol is like crossed out, not just crossed out. They're like nope. But
All right, so I'll tell
I
a little story about Silversmith's Black Lager. When the first Albino Rhino Beer Fest, me and Guy and Lee all went up to.
that rhymed
Chad's
very
place.
nicely. I like that.
Yeah.
Me and Guy,
Anyway,
that's awesome.
There was one moment where Guy went to the bathroom and left his camera on the table, so he did this. Right here, where we were actually like making it look like we were dumping the oyster stout into his Black Lager. And there was also this shot right here.
Nice.
Fuck, come on. Hey, there's a picture of all of us in front of us.
Is that Paul? Is that Paul?
Yeah, Paul was there the first 2
Wow.
years. Yeah. See, there's Guy's Black Lager. And the thing is, I left these pictures on him. I didn't tell him a thing about what happened. And and he gets home back to Ottawa, and then he finds the pictures on his camera. It was hilarious. I didn't actually do beer alchemy, and I didn't actually lick it, but
Mhm.
It was
There
just
you
funny to make him think he did. Yeah.
Just to fuck with it.
there's Guy. There's Guy with the epic beard right there, and of course the other husband's wife, the Pants, and Chad and Lee and Paul. Yeah, Paul was there the first 2 years that we did the beer fest. I really hope he gets up there again.
Oh, that's where you tripped, Nick, in my video. You just tripped on
Yeah.
that.
Yes, that's where I tripped.
Nice.
I don't have the trip gif.
The trip.
There's
gift.
like there's a gif of me tripping on. I think who was it that made it? Was it Guy or was it Jamie that did that?
I think I might have done it. But I have to find that video though, just to fucking post it.
It was funny.
And I think was that called the beer to Baruza back then or something?
The what?
It wasn't called the Albino Rhino Beer Fest in the first year.
Yeah, the first year was called the Albino Rhino Beer Tuber Palooza.
Really? Really? That's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. I like that.
Actually,
That's an awesome.
Yeah, because the whole original concept was like, hey, let's have a beer fest for all of our beer tuber friends. So that was the real big theme of us going up and enjoying this thing. And it just sort of graduated into the Albino Rhino Beer Fest. Because I think
crazy.
I think the first year he only had like 500 or 600 people show up, but every subsequent year he's been.
That's
I think
still not
last year-
terrible
yeah,
for your
yeah.
first one. That's not bad at
No,
all.
it absolutely isn't. And then every subsequent year after that, he's grown. He's grown. I think last year was actually smaller than 2016, but at the same time, he's gotten over 1,200 people each year.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
years. And it's crazy. I mean, so it's kind of started as this joke that we had, like, let's have a beer fest for every CU Cubs, and we did, and it was a success for Chad. And last year, I think it raised like $6,400 for the Ronald McDonald House.
No, that's awesome.
That's cool they do that.
Yeah.
It was like the when I went to the first one they had in Haleybury.
Here we go.
That was pretty cool. They donated all the money to food bank.
Where was it?
Hmm.
It
No,
was before that, wasn't it? Yeah, it was like right in front.
What's happening now?
Yeah, I was trying to get a picture of the sign. Oh, there's Creepy Gee. Sec here. There we go. Oh, there's Punter and Lee and other husband. Oh, there. No, check this out. Look, getting the shot. Boom. There you go.
Nice.
All right.
Wow, you're lucky. You're lucky you didn't take a fucking face plant, man. That was wow. You'd be like, save the camera. Fuck smash.
it's better with the sound. It's like tonk.
That's pretty good. That's funny.
Yeah. The links in the comments not in the comments on the chat, but like it links in the
Yeah. Google group chat.
I wonder if I can
Do that.
share it so other people outside can watch this.
Yeah, paste it in the chat.
yeah, just in the chat.
Yeah.
Share your horrific moment.
Just taking like it. Rod says, "Lol, thanks. Maybe in a bit, but doing it from you." Oh, no worries, dude. If you want to, we're still here. Join right in whenever you want. Don't go to bed just yet. It's Saturday night, so we're having fun. I'm fucking tired though. I've been up
Well-
since 6 a.m. because of a work thing.
No,
It's Friday night. Friday night for me.
It's Saturday night for me.
Sunday morning for me.
How's Sunday
I
looking?
gotta work in March. It's
Yeah,
rough.
Sunday's looking good.
Good.
Every day's Saturday for Redbeard right now.
Yeah, kind of. It's all right. I like it. It's decent.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a seasonal job, right?
Indeed. Once I get back to work, like the live streaming will pretty much stop until like maybe on Saturdays when I'm off. Saturday's generally my day off when I'm working. But
Dude,
once I get working, I fucking I work lots.
Hey, we have awkward Victoria.
No.
Holy crap!
Hello.
Holy crap! It finally happened.
Hello.
Hello.
It took me forever because the internet was acting up, so I can't help it.
You're down south in the States. You're probably you Peter's probably close to as far away as you are over in the UK, but yeah, you guys are definitely the far out ones.
I live in the woods, so I can't really help the internet problems here.
Hey, you're coming through better than Drunken One ever has. He's
Oh,
like
good.
Yeah,
all
you're actually
insulated
you're
and
coming in.
freezy.
You're coming in pretty clear, actually. Where are you from anyway? Like, I don't need to know exact address, but I'm just gonna give you a little town.
House name, house number.
You want to zero in on your location with Google Earth right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it on the Google Maps so we can stalk. No.
the drone.
Are you in Ontario too, or
No.
No, I live in Florida.
oh, Florida?
Yeah,
Little ways away from Ontario, just a little bit.
Yeah, quite a bit.
just a
away
little
from it.
bit.
2 hours.
Just a minute away. Yeah, I could walk there if I felt like it.
I've already there's a place
Might
for you to
take a
stay
while.
after that long walk. I got a place you can stay. Don't worry about that.
There you
I don't know. It's cold in Canada right now. I'd rather stay in the South right now.
Right now, it's surprising. It rained yesterday. It's
It
surprising.
rained today. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I got up this morning at 6 a.m. The temperature gauge in the car read -13. When I came home this afternoon, it was said +6. Like this is Celsius, but we're talking about a temperature shift of like almost 20 degrees in just a day. It's ridiculous.
That sounds about like Florida. Like but you drive, it's cold outside and you drive 30 minutes somewhere and then it's like 20 degrees hotter. That's how Florida is.
Nice.
It instantly changes. But all today, we're not in Celsius, we're in Fahrenheit, and right now it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit.
Bunch of backward savages.
I know. We don't use Celsius. We don't use any of the normal people stuff. We have to be different.
I think 61 is probably like 17 degrees or something.
Yeah, it's decent.
17 degrees Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
You can have,
there you go, factor in the temperature exchange rate, you know.
But I mean, it could get as hot as 120 down here with the humidity.
Oh, geez.
I don't know, again, how much that is in Celsius, but I think that's around maybe 45 Celsius, maybe 50. I have no idea.
It's pretty goddamn hot.
Yeah. It gets pretty hot here. Nobody wants to go outside.
At 120, I think is hovering around 40, and especially when it's humid. Now, is that with the humidity, or is that without? Like it's
without humidity. Humidity adds like 15 degrees. So it's like 105, or it could be even 100, and it just with the humidity, it's like up to 20 degrees. It's ridiculous.
So it's kind of like 100 plus the humidity, then.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like mid 30s or something. Mm-hmm. That's hot. That's hot.
It gets really hot, and even with the humidity and the cold, what was it? It'd be 45 degrees here, but with humidity, it actually makes it colder sometimes. So it's like 30. It'll feel like 32 degrees instead of 45 degrees.
Yeah, like 100 degrees Fahrenheit is 37 degrees Celsius. That is nuts. See, it doesn't even get that hot here in the summer. And if it's like that with humidity here, like I think the hottest it ever gets here is like 32.
Oh no, it gets hot here in Ontario.
Well, okay, it gets hotter in Ontario. I'm just talking about even the Maritimes. I'm from New Brunswick. I'm right up the coast. So from Florida. So any big hurricane that hits the coast and goes right up the coastline past North Carolina will eventually wind up here. Mm-hmm. But usually weaken to some like a tropical storm first. But what I mean is that we're right up the coast, and it generally it's pretty temperature controlled because of the bay, the being close to the ocean. But at the same time, the humidity is nuts in the summer. It's just so.
It's like basically you take a second shower, basically, but with sweat. It's just so bad.
Nice.
It gets really bad.
We got some drunken one in the chat there. I guess he was there when I said the whole pixelated thing. And hey, fuck you, drunken one. You know I love you, man. I love you. I love your pixelated ways. I think Aqua Victoria, you say you're in like the woods. I think drunken one is like more in the woods. Like so, his internet might be that much kind of sketchier. Because when he does videos like that are like pre-recorded with his phone and shit, they always look fine. Just when he's live streaming. It can be kind of choppy, you know. But dude, I still love you. You know I love you, man. You know I love you.
So what is it? Drunken One's done now or something? Done his chat now or something?
I guess
like 8 hours stream.
Yeah, he did 8 hour stream and then a bit more after that. So he might just be like done. He might be barely hanging on. He's like typing just regular letters in the chat now. Let's get him in here. Yeah. Don't mind me for a second. I'm just trying to get today's.
You can send him an invite if you want, but I'm just like, holy shit, man! You've been live streaming all day.
Yeah, holy hell, that's crazy.
It's just thousand Sunday, man.
It's like he can't type anymore. It's like click on the right link, man.
Oh, it crapped out. I think this chat crapped
listening though. Oh, if he's listening, if he's listening though, congratulations on the 1,000 subs.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
100,000 subs. That's a lot of subs.
A huge milestone.
You got 1,000, but yeah, that's pretty cool, especially if you're doing beer stuff.
Pretty sure
I'm not
Victoria
even
is the biggest one, the biggest YouTuber here by a decent margin.
Yeah, what is it you do on your YouTube channel anyway? You do all kinds of stuff, don't you?
It's all over the place. It doesn't matter. I mean, I do vlogs. I've mainly been doing live streaming video games recently, like video games like the Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I've been playing the crap out of for streaming.
Okay.
And then I do some beer vlogs. I do some food tasting vlogs. It's just I'm all over the place. Challenges. I don't really have a set theme for my channel.
It's the best kind of channel. It's a random awkward Victoria channel.
That
It's
seems
great.
to be the way to go if you want traffic to your channel. Seems to be the way to go because you diversify a little. I pretty much do just beer on my channel, and I've been doing it for 7 years now almost, and I'm 730 subs, 723 subs, I think. No, but
wait, how long did you say you've been doing it for?
Well, almost 7 years now.
7 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, to have very few subs. I don't promote myself either. I don't go on people's chats and say like, "Hey, can everybody sub to my channel?"
No, this is actually my first group chat. So
What are you trying to say, Nick? What are you trying to say, man? What are you trying to say?
Yeah. What am I trying to say? Shots fired.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Going on everybody's chat.
But Nick, we're Canadian. That's a lot of people for Canadian subs, though.
Yeah, that's true. Especially, considering the beers that I do are largely just Canadian. Canadian oriented.
Most of the ones I do.
Like the Propeller that I'm drinking now. Propeller Cascade Pale Ale.
What now? Propeller.
Propeller Cascade Pale Ale. It's from Halifax.
Fancy.
It's from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Sounds delicious.
It's from
Gravenhurst, Ontario.
It's not bad.
But
I got a lot of. What are you drinking anyway?
What are you drinking over there, Victoria? What are you drinking?
Yeah,
okay,
where are
just
you
to warn you, I found this on the discount aisle, so it was worth it. It's called Rod Bender's. It's a red ale, and it's not too bad. It's got a little bit of a sweet taste to it. It says the Daughters Brewery or something like that.
Okay.
I have never heard of it. It was in the discount aisle. I mean, hey, you gotta save money once in a while, so it was worth it.
There you go.
Wasn't too bad.
I'm sure there's a lot more interesting things in your discount aisle than there is. Like, there isn't even a discount aisle here anywhere. Like,
you really think that
stuff goes on sale? They knock like 20 cents off here and there occasionally, but it's usually just.
If something goes on the discount aisle here, it's because it's almost a year old.
Oh God, no!
The beer I'm drinking tonight was $5.50 for this can of beer right here. But in my opinion, so much worth it. I love this stuff.
This can of beer, I don't know what it is compared to Canadian dollars, but this was $2, and it was at World Market, which is usually upcharges a lot of stuff.
That's probably like $2.25 maybe or something. Like the exchange rate's not that terrible.
That's probably about like $2.60, I would say, because I think the exchange rate's like $1.25. Like US is $1.25 or something right now.
That's not expensive really for a can of beer.
No, that's super cheap. Don't forget the Canadian beer prices are inflated because of all the taxes that we got on this shit.
This is true.
It's fucking killer. So,
Good times here in Canada. Whee!
I don't know if the discount aisle is something that's been sitting there for a year, but usually World Market does a pretty good turnover rate. So I'd assume it's only been there for like maybe a week most.
You'd assume, but you don't know.
I don't know, but I can assume and hope for the best that it hasn't been there for a year.
I just picked up, was it last week? I picked up a pack of Anchor Steam, which doesn't sound that interesting to US people, but I picked up a pack of Anchor Steam, and I think it was on clearance for like $15, which meant that it was $20 before I picked it, like before it went on clearance.
Your beers are way more expensive over there here.
I know. New Brunswick gets hosed.
Well, you can't even drive across the U.S. border to get arrested and the whole court thing. And
You can't even drive to Quebec across the Quebec border.
A
legally.
Quebec border again.
That's that whole thing that they're fighting in court right now. It's going all the way up to the Canadian Supreme Court.
I
think
saw
it's
that.
actually being heard by the Canadian Supreme Court right now. There should be open free trade between provinces.
That's
but-
what the Constitution says, is that there's no anything between provinces. It's all free and open, but they're like, no. You can't bring your cheap beer into our expensive province.
Well, they want to keep
Fuck
their
you
beer
guys.
monopoly. Yeah, New Brunswick Liquor wants to keep their beer monopoly in New Brunswick, and that's
Even like
what's
Quebec to Ontario, like I can drive an hour and a half east, and I'm in Quebec, and I can go to a beer store there, or just
Yeah.
a corner store there, and
Mhm.
buy beer for way less than. And there's bottle shops in Quebec.
yeah. But technically,
it's like-
technically speaking,
Oh.
because of Canadian post-prohibition rules, you can't. It's illegal to cost between one province to another with beer because it has to be cleared by the liquor control board of whatever province you're going into, which is ridiculous. Nobody does that shit anymore, except for
Agreed.
New Brunswick is trying to flex the muscle of using that because beer is so much cheaper in Quebec. People in northern New Brunswick want to go over to the Quebec border to buy beer. One guy goes across, buys like a couple flats of beer, brings it back, and then gets caught by the cops. They seize his beer. He repeals the decision. And that's the whole thing. He fights the decision, and now it's gone to this. And the thing is because New Brunswick was being stupid fucks. Don't do that. Nobody uses this anymore because it doesn't hold up. And they're finding that out now because now they're taking this all the way up to the top. And I think it's going to fail, and it's going to change everything the way that the way Canadian beer goes across the borders, interprovincially. And it's stupid because, especially considering like Ontario beer. Like anytime I get an Ontario beer here, like say 6 packs of like Muskoka Detour. How much are they in Ontario?
14 something. I think.
I couldn't tell you. I've never bought more than one can at a time.
See that like 14 packs of Muskoka, whatever. Oh, sorry, 14 packs. 6 packs of Muskoka, whatever, cost us like $20 here.
That's
Holy-
disgusting.
That's because it is disgusting because and it's not even worth it for Detour, in my opinion.
Well, Detour is like basically a session IPA, pretty much.
It is, yeah. And that's why I use that as a reference. But it's not just that beer; it's Ontario beer in general. Anytime we get it down here, they're nice enough to actually send it this way. What the?
What are you doing? Get off.
What's going on in there?
That's a little weird.
What the hell is that?
What?
You're gonna have nightmares now.
Is there something you're not telling us? They're making
No,
whiskey.
no, that's just my brother.
Did somebody just escape for a second out of a hole or something?
Then
What's going on?
why does he have a shirtless man over there? Is he like got Mr. Leahy and Randy or something? Anyway,
That's my
no,
brother.
to finish the Ontario story, is because they bring the beer, they ship the beer down, so there's additional costs to ship the beer. They pay taxes in Ontario, they pay taxes in New Brunswick when it gets here. So you've got all that molded into one, and you got $5 extra tacked right onto a 6-pack of beer,
Yeah, that's crazy.
which
Man.
drives up the price. There's tax on tax on tax. It's ridiculous.
Like
Yeah,
I'll go to the LCBO and I'll buy usually like 6 random beer, and Detour I want to say is roughly in the $3 range, and I usually buy anywhere from like $3 to like $3.50. Like this was kind of a special one today at the $5.50, and almost all the time my 6 beers of different beers that are better than Detour don't come up to $20. Like maybe $20 for the 6 beers, but they're all more expensive than Detour would be. So yeah, the fact that that's $20 for a 6-pack of Detour is a fuck it up. Fuck it
6
up.
bottles. 6 bottles is $14.
Crazy.
Yeah, see, it's a lot better. See, that's not a bad value when you consider, and especially, and here's the double standard on it. Like, for example, Propeller is made in Nova Scotia, a different province, right? This stuff goes for $14 here. I picked this pack up for $13.99. And when you think, does Detour in Ontario cost that much? This also came from outside of province. Why is this less expensive than the stuff from Ontario? It's not just the shipping prices at that. It's like, why am I paying?
Because we
I
like
should
to
be able to
tax
pay for
everything.
Ontario beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's fucking stupid.
It is.
You
It's
should,
true.
like, whatever you sell a product, it should be charged. The tax should be charged in whatever province you sell it in, not tax in one province and tax in another province.
Yeah.
It's all bureaucratic bullshit that
We're all-
really should.
We're all special right now. Greg has graced us with the top of his head again.
There you go.
That's right.
Well, at
You
least
get to
he's
see
here.
it. That's all you ever get to see.
Just a tip.
It never ceases to
You
be
couldn't
fun.
handle the rest of me.
Oh, you have no idea.
Is that your ugly cat above your head?
Yeah, it's my ugly shaved pussy.
His disgusting $4,000 cat, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
4K.
Actually, she has an eye infection or something, so she does look disgusting.
Oh, fancy.
Delicious.
So my cat's actually surprisingly in the room right now while I'm live streaming. She usually hides. She's like passed out on a chair, all cute, like, oh, look, here, go like that. Oh, look at her being all adorable on the chair. Oh,
Oh,
damn right, she's adorable. She's so cute.
I'm making me
She's so-
depressed. I miss my cat.
Yeah, you can buy another one, right?
Yeah. Eventually I will. I like cats.
yeah, I like cats too.
Everybody likes a pussy.
I hate
Yeah,
cats.
they all like pussy, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jeez, Nick, way
Right.
to take the chat in a disgusting direction.
Really?
Yeah.
You're saying,
Yeah.
you're, saying
I was
you're,
gonna go ahead and say,
you're telling me that? What the hell?
Way to beat Greg to the punch for the first time ever, man. Greg got in for the first time. He's like, "Oh my God, there's a girl here. I should kind of behave." And well, good on you, Greg. And then everybody else just like, nope, no behavior.
Okay, so it must
Okay.
reduce the price. There's the I just shared.
Look, I
the
know
link
he's
of-
got longer hair, but don't call Peter a girl. Come on, that's not nice.
Oh, come on. But just because he's
Take
blonde.
any compliment I can get.
You're a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lady, Peter.
Well, thank you so
and
much.
by compliment, he eats penis. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah, I
Give me
guess
the bell of the
let's
ball
go-
at Bangkok.
Oh yes.
That link doesn't work, Nick. You gave me
Bell
a
of the
code.
ball.
You gave me a
What?
code for that website doesn't work.
That link didn't work. Okay, well that link it's supposed to go to the New Brunswick liquor page on Muskoka Detour 6-pack. Apparently, it goes for $17.30 now, which is better than it was because it used to be $20 a pack. But that's still a lot.
That's still expensive.
$3.19 per unit, though.
Yeah. Anyway, it's ridiculous.
Oh, survival pack. That's cheaper. That's $16.90.
Survival pack's okay.
Oh, the survival packs here.
Some
Oh, I
of
see
those-
it. Oh, yes, I've
some
seen
of those,
that.
like I wish when brewers like that released these mix packs, they'd have more like Bose kind of does it right, where there's like 4-pack, 3 of those beers are like new one-off beers. They always give you the stupid lug tread, which I'm not a fan of. But,
The Lego tread.
but like
Logo
Mill
tread.
Mill Street
Throw
came
that
out with
shit
a
in
winter
there.
pack, and Mill Street had 4 regular beers and just 2 kind of seasonal ones. So you have to buy the whole 6-pack and take those 4, and then the Mill Street beers that nobody wants in there ever, and then the other 2. And yeah, exactly. I was not impressed. I was not impressed at all.
Yeah, the problem with the Bose packs, those are always too expensive. They're like $26 or $28 for like 4 beers, and I know they're bigger bottles.
I want to
but
say
it's
that this one they had, it was like 22 maybe or 23.
Okay.
And the beers in it were, I was a big fan of them, except again for the stupid goddamn lug tread. But
Are they in like 750s or 660s or?
no, they're 600.
no,
I think.
they put them at
Bose has its
they-
own bottle.
they put them in 600s, which
Ah, okay. That's 600. Okay.
which is always fucking annoying because when I'm going to return them to the beer store, I always forget. I'm like, all right, shit. I have to remember they're small bottles technically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah.
So when
Like
I'm
under
sorting,
Yeah.
Occasionally, I get somebody working there taking the bottles doesn't know, and they'll put them in with the bigger ones, and I'm like, well, I'm not saying anything. Thank you for my extra little bit of money, but yeah,
Yeah, that extra dime.
Those 4-packs of Bose that you get,
That's
are they like are the 4-packs of Bose that you get? Are
No.
they like the seasonal packs?
Yeah, yeah. Some
Yeah.
of, yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty sure seasonal.
Okay, so I'm wondering if this winter seasonal pack is the same one we got here because it was like $28 for the pack, which I guess doesn't sound that bad if you're saying it was 26 there.
it's got the one they
I
had.
think they're usually
the newest
24,
one is
26.
Lug Tread. There's a double identity, double IPA. There's an ESB, and there's something Wee Heavy, I think.
Oh, the Osmium Wee Heavy.
Yeah. And
Okay, so
again,
it's the same one that we got. Then I took a picture
Yeah.
of the side of the box.
there you go.
I didn't buy it because I was like, okay, well, double IPA sounds interesting, but a Wee Heavy and an ESP,
Pretty good Wee Heavy and pretty good Wee ESB.
$28.
Yeah, but it's an ESB, though, and it's such a that
Well,
style of
and the
beer
problem with
is
Bose
not
is the
fun.
thing is Bose isn't even like they're not even consistent. Like sometimes they make good beer, oftentimes it's blah to not so good beer. Sometimes it just swill.
I want to
I
say,
wouldn't mind
I
getting
want to
a
say
bottle.
more often than not, I've had a pretty good experience with Bose. I got nothing really.
Did
Against
you by
I
any
used to
chance
get a lot of
subscribe
Bose
to
stuff
the
here.
green? Have you ever tried any of their Greener Future beers?
Never even heard of one.
Okay, well, that was the thing they did. I think they stopped it about a year ago, where for about 3 or 4 years they had a thing where you subscribed. It was like $120 a year. You got 10 bottles of beer plus some glasses. They're all big bottles, big barrel aged bottles. It was shit for the most part. You can see a lot of
Really?
Chad reviewed a bunch of them. Because here's what Bose does. It's like, okay, so we're going to barrel age a lager in a bourbon barrel, and then we're going to barrel age another lager in a brandy barrel, and then another one in a whatever barrel, and then we're just going to mix them all together and see what happens. And then it's just like, it's like,
That
what's the
doesn't-
point?
that
Like,
doesn't sound. That sounds wrong. That sounds
it's literally
weird.
literally they'll just throw anything in a barrel with something else in a barrel, and then they mix them together. And again, if you watch some of Chad's reviews, just look up Albino Rhino, Greener Futures, and basically, like, you'll read some of the stuff, you're like, man, this would have made like 3 or 4 really good beers, and then they just for some reason mixed it together, and it's some swill that you can't really even taste what it is. It tastes like Coke.
Weird.
Weird.
I've never had beer that tastes like Coke. I would like to try that. I like me some
like
Coke.
Labatt
Some
Porter.
Coke.
I just think all nasty beer tastes like a syrupy mess.
Nah.
I happen to like Coke too. So
Remember Labatt Porter from Quebec? Anybody ever had that?
No.
never had that.
I can't say that I have.
Yeah, that
No.
was kind of like Coke, but yeah, it was like Labatt, Labatt Blue. They actually still make but like back in the day, like in the 70s, they made like other styles. Like it used to be like Moosehead or Labatt or other brands, like the big brands would make stouts and porters and stuff like that as well. And they
Really?
kind of faded out of existence because of the popularity of lager. But in Quebec, there's like one region, Quebec, that's like near the border, I think, of Ontario, that still makes, like, they still make Labatt Porter for. So in like these backwater towns, you can still find 6-packs of Labatt Porter, and it kind of tastes like a cross between a porter and a Coke.
Weird.
It's actually pretty decent.
I remember years ago, Labatt
Coke
had
and porter.
it was like an online, like not online, it wouldn't have been online back then, but it was like a commercial, and they had like Labatt X and Labatt Y or some shit like that, and they was like drink. It was kind of like what Nickelbrook just did with their like they help us pick our next beer, but it was a huge thing back in the day, and I can't remember what exactly came of it. It was like Labatt Copper or something. It
Okay.
ended up being. I can't even remember, but there was a big thing about that. I haven't watched an actual commercial on actual TV in a long time. But I remember beer commercials used to be a big part of the TV viewing experience.
They're always so interesting.
Like torrent files and Netflix have ruined me for actual TV. Ruined me.
Yeah,
I see a commercial. I'm like, what? How do I skip this? What do I fast forward?
You're
What is
like
live TV? You
yeah.
can't fast forward it. My head I can't comprehend that. Doesn't work.
Like here's the picture I got of Labatt Porter back in like a couple of years ago on my
there you go.
Untapped. Yeah, and there's more photos here. Like you can actually see what the bottle looks like. But can you believe it? Like Labatt actually makes a porter. I wish they would
That's
actually
pretty
release
cool.
this thing nationwide because it's better than anything else Labatt makes.
Which
To be
isn't
totally
isn't
honest.
saying a lot, but I'd like to.
No, it's not saying a lot at
Saying
all.
it's
But
better than their quality blue.
yeah, well, yeah.
I was in a blue review thing like last week or something, and
Isn't that Canada's premium pilsner?
it's fucking
Or
it's,
is it- oh, maybe that's
it's
the
one of Canada's premium really 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 boring beers. That's what I found it to be.
Granted, it's not bad, but it's not. It's
Yeah, I get it.
boring. It's inoffensive, and that's
Yeah.
that's kind of the trend. Like I think what a lot of it is like it originated as a pilsner. It started off probably pretty good, maybe not a little bland, but it's gotten blander over time because everything has kind of melded into that same groove of being like a plain adjunct lager. And
Yeah.
I think now you're seeing with the craft beer movement, it's kind of like a revolt against that.
That's like what I'd like to say. I would like them to actually, if they have the recipe, release what Alexander Keith's IPA tasted like when it was first brewed. Like, there's no way that IPA tasted like it tastes now when they first.
That's
18,
not.
whatever
I think
the
it was
hell.
around. I remember reading a story, and I think it was around 2012 when I think was it one of the original brewmasters or something, or the archives or something. It was someone who had the archives, the original Alexander Keith's brewery. And the time that it was under the control of the Olins before it was bought out by Labatt. They actually had all the brewers' logs from the 50s and the 60s and stuff, and they had examples of what the recipe used to be and how the recipe changed over time until the mid 70s. It used to be brewed with a whole lot more hops. And it used to be brewed with a whole lot more malt, and it became the recipe became simpler over time. And the thing is, as soon as that was announced, I think it was like one of the Olin family actually died, and he had the brewers records. And at first, they were given to like a Nova Scotia museum, and then Labatt actually fought to have that the brewers logs given back to them because they were supposed to be given to them in the first place. Anyway, they successfully got them hidden from public view or something, so that nobody could see that they actually had brewers logs from back in that time, so they could keep the reputation that they had alive of like Alexander Keith hasn't changed at all. Bullshit. It has. It used to be. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's exactly like what an IPA is today, because I mean, IPA is kind of taken on its own thing now. But especially when you can say what a traditional IPA is, like a British IPA.
The old time didn't have that juicy, probably fucking. It was
not at all.
Yeah. Probably more the piney hops.
Originally hops were, well, either that or they were kind of resiny or grapefruity, but they were nowhere near like the juicy or citrusy as what you get today.
Speaking of, I'm going to get myself some juicy citrusy IPA right now.
I'm gonna take a break too. I'll leave Greg in charge, even though that's a mistake.
No.
We all
All
make
right,
those.
carry on. Do what you're doing.
What's going on?
Just drinking.
Apparently, Nick can't handle the pressure, so he's left.
Needs a breathing.
Fine, Nick, take a break.
Okay, why Nick even has to get up? He can pee from where he's sitting. Found that really funny.
It's what buckets are for.
Just grab the Mac in the back.
Pocket? What do you got? Like Ziploc bags in there? Or do you just
No,
have
there's a Mac. Yeah, there's an old Mac in the back there.
So he pees on the old
No.
Mac?
Peas in the old Mac.
It's even dome shape. It's made for it.
Oh, wow.
It's the perfect acid.
It's like a flask. It's a Nick flask.
Tripod flask.
Oh, there's a Halo head mask helmet. Halo helmet. Just use that too. Open the visor.
Are you drinking, Greg?
I'm drinking nothing. I'm drinking water. I drank way too fucking much yesterday, so I'm just taking a chill day today.
That's the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing.
Supposed to drink more.
Yeah, drink more and it just fades away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus, I thought you were Polish.
I am, but I'm not that Polish.
Well, there you go. Disappointed.
I don't drink enough. I don't drink vodka very often, so I'm clearly not a very good Polak.
You have to do like they do in the UK in the morning. Just start drinking, do hangouts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just pour yourself a pint of hard liquor and you're good to go.
Yep. Just get the cheapest, nastiest stuff you can find.
What time?
That's every meal for the day.
What time? What's the typical?
And then make sure to drink it warm.
No. What's the typical opening and closing times in the UK for pubs?
Some pubs open at about 9 o'clock in the morning and then close, I'd say, about 11, 12 at night. But there are some pubs that just go on until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Is there like a last call?
Oh yeah,
Bell?
last call, like lock in, and if you're locked in, you can stay in as long as the people who run the pub are like, oh, we're going to bed now, so you have to leave.
Well, I used to work on here in Ontario. It's 2 a.m. That's like the end of the bar night, and I worked at one bar here. And after your shift, you were allowed to buy a staff draft, which was any non-premium pint of beer at the bar for $2.
Nice.
And you could have as many of them as you wanted after your shift. So at the end of the night, there was always everybody that closed would they put a couple on the bar, and everybody just stay there and play pool and shit until like the morning cleanup crew would come in and have to kick us out, or like have to wake up the person asleep on the pool table and be like, go home. Yeah, good times, man. It's good times.
That's how it should be.
No, I need to go in one of those lock-in pubs. Just never go out.
There's something so satisfying about just being fat in a pub, and it's like 3 people in there. But they're like, yeah, we'll keep electricity on, we'll keep the lights on, we'll pour any beers you want. But as soon as like we need to go to bed, please leave. It's like, okay.
I like the idea of being in any place that just doesn't like allows their bars to stay open 24/7. Just like,
Isn't that how it is?
know, someone like
Vegas and shit like that.
yeah, basically you can get booze 24/7 in Vegas. The problem with Vegas is that it's very difficult to get something to eat at like 3 a.m. So like,
Buffets everywhere
unless
and
you
shit.
go to like, they all close surprisingly early. Like you're basically at that time of night. I know this is our experience. At that time of night, you basically got Denny's that you got to go to.
Yeah, but Denny's is good though. I like Denny's.
It is.
It's not terrible. It's not
Denny's is great when you're shit-faced drunk.
You talking about the flying saucer?
Oh, the flying saucer is basically Niagara's version of Denny's.
Yeah.
That is pure grease.
Even though Niagara Falls has a Denny's,
Nice.
this is more Denny's than Denny's.
Flying saucer is scary
saucer.
when you're sober because you realize how many bugs and shit are in there.
The only place I went to while I was down there for food, like really food, like aside from the breweries went to, Chad took me to Frijoles, which is like a Mexican fucking place, and I had my first.
Is that the burrito place?
Yeah, and it's the first time I've ever had an actual
Rod's here.
big
Rod.
fat burrito in my life, and it was delicious.
Hi, Rod. What's up?
What's up, Rod?
Yeah.
And I randomly left half of the burrito in Chad's fridge when I went home, and it made me kind of pissed off. He said he fed the dogs though, so it didn't go to waste. That's nice.
The year that Radar was there at Chad's, we went there. That place was delicious. That was one of the best I ever had.
Random introduction, Rod J, Awkward Victoria, Rod J. She's kind of met everybody else here.
I know Victoria.
Well, I know, but she's never been in a live chat thing before. That's what I'm saying. It's like this is all new.
He won't play PS4 with me.
Rod J knows everyone.
All right, I'm gonna crack this bastard open.
There you go.
Oh, I am stoked. I've been hearing about this beer for years, and now I finally get to try it.
I was a big fan, man. I was a big fan of that beer. It's really, really good.
It's got a lot going on, in my opinion.
I've had all kinds of imperial stouts, but I've never had the one from Bose.
I only had it when it first came out ever, and that's it.
I've had a bunch of Bose beers now, like a bunch of them. Probably almost equivalent. Like Soda City is probably the one I've had the most from, but Bose is probably getting up there. Damn, hiccups are attacking.
No, Bose is like Battleship. It's hit or miss, though.
Again, for me, I find more than to be good than bad.
A lot more misses than hits, I find.
Yeah,
well, it's still Battleship.
Man. To each their own. Everybody's palate's a different thing.
Damn straight.
Wow. I'm trying to count. I think I've had close to 20 different Bose before. I've
had at least that.
They were going to say since the chat started.
Yeah, probably.
Lego tread.
Yeah, like what was it? My Chad sent me a bunch of bow stuff, and my friend Jesse, Heist Almighty on my videos, he sent me. He used to have a friend who lived up in Ottawa, and he would send us like bows, 4-packs every once in a while, as like because Jesse wanted to try new beers, and I don't think they were as bloody expensive back then. And yeah, so I've had at least like probably close to 24 different Bose beers.
Did you ever get beer mails from Dell?
Dale? Yeah, Dale. I've gotten beers mails from Dale. I
There
even
you go.
still have a couple of beers he sent me.
He ages his beers like it's nothing. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I've got a bottle of St. Ambrose Vintage Ale and a bottle of St. Ambrose Russian Imperial Stout there from 2011.
Oh, you should drink that soon then. The
Why?
St. Amboise. I don't know if they're like there's a certain amount of years they're supposed to keep aging those, right?
Yeah.
After a while, they start to actually lose their flavor.
I've had, I think, 30 different Bose beers just on my channel. Going through a quick little search here. So I've had a few. I think most of them I found to be pretty.
Oh, fuck. I didn't realize this had coffee in it.
Yeah, man. It's Imperial Coffee Stout. You didn't see that?
Organic fair trade coffee.
There you go.
Well, you can really taste the brewer's yeast. Yeah. It says brewer's yeast.
Nick hates the fair trade coffee.
See, this just showed up here, and it was brewed. It was bottled on November 21st, 2017. So already this is 2 months old, and it was just
Imperial
showing in the
Stout
store
though.
now.
That shit.
Yeah, I
is
don't
consistent.
think you're gonna.
Yeah, but in Imperial Stout with coffee, the coffee's gonna fade.
Yeah, but you said you
No,
got it.
not
The
after 2
The
months.
second you took a sip, you're like, I didn't realize it's that coffee. So the coffee's obviously still there.
How much ABV is the stout?
9.
Oh, it can still hold for a bit, probably.
Oh yeah, like the coffee's gonna fade, but not like disappear that
2
fast.
years old. They tasted
Yeah,
fine.
I got all kinds of shit in the basement.
Yeah, there you go. Rod's got lots of shit in his basement. All this shit.
All his 99
It's not
cent
like what
beers.
Paul's got in his basement.
Not as much as Joe has in his, but probably a third of what
That's
Joe
because
has.
Joe's a hoarder and he doesn't drink his beer.
He pretty much is
Well,
a hoarder.
When I went down south and visited Chad at Wanorado there, his spare room against the one wall, just like sitting there, there's at least 200 beers sitting there.
Oh,
It's
there's a ton.
insane. And he drinks them all at room temperature, which blew my mind. That was a weird
yeah,
thing.
Is that down
him and
downstairs
Paul.
in his laundry room?
No, like
Downstairs
upstairs
no.
now. Because
Really?
because his spare room.
Did you
is-
get to pee? Did you get to pee in his sink?
I didn't need to. I used the toilet.
Oh,
You
come on.
haven't been to Chad's
You
house
gotta
since
use the
this
basement.
thing.
You're in Chad's house. You use the basement sink.
You guys
We weren't even really in the basement at all. Like
again.
again, Chad and his wife have like split up now, so it's like just him there. So
Yeah.
we spent like all the time upstairs in the living room because that's where all the
Wait.
used to
Chad's
be
getting
downstairs.
divorced. No,
Is upstairs.
no one told me Chad was getting divorced.
Chad's wife left him. What?
Don't
No, no.
put his business in the street if you don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, Redbeard. That's confidential.
What the hell?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's-
When I went up to Chad's place in May, it was the week after his wife left, so he
Oh,
was,
that
he was
was-
a mess. I mean, poor guy. I'm not trying to like drag that out in the open, but I
Yeah.
remember.
Well, I knew better not to go.
It
So
was just so
Yeah.
awkward that he needed the sex so bad that Nick just had to.
Yeah, I know. I had
Just
to,
had to
lock the
earn his
basement-
keep.
I had to lock the basement door, even though there was no handle.
There was still no handle when I went there.
Yeah.
Nick made an excellent small spoon.
Glory hole. It's
Wow.
Oh my god!
Why did I jump in here?
I don't know why did you.
Welcome to the beer tuber
You-
community.
You've come to expect this kind of thing from us, Rod. I think.
Yeah, but Paul's not even here. I expected if Paul was here.
No. Don't forget.
Greg is here. Greg is
Don't-
here. Greg is kind of.
Greg's here.
Greg's the
and
other Paul.
Well, no. Let's not forget. We differentiate the difference between me and Paul is that my perversions are attainable. Paul's are kind of not so much attainable without going to prison for a long
Fancy
time.
them.
Jesus.
I don't know. He's in the woods too. He might be able to pull something off.
Good time.
I'm telling you, you see Paul chasing a deer through the woods. You don't know if he's trying to eat it or fuck it.
Good for
It's usually
Oh my
both.
Usually both. Oh my god.
Good lord.
Yeah, that's pretty much Paul.
Whole different definition for roadkill.
That means he's just eating fresh tonight.
Oh. Yeah, I remember like many years ago making fun of him when we were talking about his wax capped dead hooker collection in his basement.
What's the safety word for tonight?
Pretty sure we've already passed that point.
Nothing is safe anymore. Nothing at all.
I don't know. Since we brought Paul in the equation.
Hey, Nick.
I hope he does watch. Are you fucking done that?
Yeah.
God damn it, Key. You're lush.
What happened there? What have you been drinking lately? What is that? Is that
He's
later
lazy.
show shit?
What is it? Oh, tell red beer what you're drinking.
The famous gross.
Famous gross.
Black.
That's
Smoky
the cheap
black.
stuff.
Just. Oh, what is that? Is that like whiskey?
Okay. Yeah, but I'm bad. I'm mixing with
Whiskey more than
Coke-Zero
beer.
Oh, okay. Oh, and Coca-Cola
Whiskey
Zero
and
Cherry.
Coke.
Hardcore.
Nice.
I've never been a fan of any diet pop or soda of any kind. I can't that artificial sugar taste. I can't handle that shit.
Yeah, diet stuff is gross. Drink the sugar or drink water.
Yeah. Again, just drink the sugary stuff, but drink it in moderation.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, that's exactly what I
Which
think.
is easier
I'd
said
rather
than
drink-
done because with my job doing the kitchen hood fans, I go in there and it's like, can I get something to drink? Like, yeah, the fountain pop machine's on. Help yourself. It's like, fuck, I'm drinking so much root beer tonight. And yeah,
If it tastes good, it's bad for you.
Basically.
yeah,
All right.
more often than not, I'll give you that. Yeah, you can't eat healthy and make it taste good and stuff, but at the same time, you gotta be so careful with what you put in and do all this fucking. It's like just eat what you want and I don't know.
To die.
Don't sit on the couch all the time. Like I
Just
today.
bite a cow when it's still alive.
Just eat what you want and only live to be 40.
I have spent like almost the entire day sitting on this goddamn couch today. Holy Christ! I've been live streaming since like 1 p.m. almost nonstop.
I
Good
wish
times.
that was me.
Oh,
I worked in the morning and I didn't live stream till like 7 p.m. today.
you still got some in there though. You got some.
I
Yeah.
got something in there. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
You're
Yeah.
still awake. You're still awake now, right?
Yeah, that's true. Somehow, still trying to figure that one out.
What kind of job do you do?
I work at a video game store, but I work two jobs. I work at a video game store and I work in a food truck. And I work basically 6 days straight in a week, and then Sundays are my only days off.
Damn, that's crazy.
Victoria's
Yeah.
hardcore, y'all. Hardcore.
And I still live stream at night almost every
Yeah.
day. So.
Awesome.
Dedication.
And
That's
hanging out,
that's why again,
hanging out on a beer chat after midnight, eh?
it's completely acceptable to watch an Aqua Victoria live stream, and her hair might look a little interesting. You know, again, food truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of food though? What kind of food?
It's a pizza food truck.
Oh,
Like
you just
wood
got me
fire.
excited.
Yeah.
Pizza-
You said
food
the
is
magic
fired.
word.
Okay, now I'm interested. Wood fire.
There's one restaurant here in North Bay that just opened up, like I want to say, but maybe 2 years ago now, and it's called Arugula, and they have the only wood fired pizza oven in the city, and it's my favorite place to go and get pizza. It's fucking.
Well,
It's so different than other pizza styles. It's so good.
Well, the funny part is that the food truck that I work for was the only place that had wood-fired pizza, and then all of a sudden, like a year or two later, Tallahassee, which is where I live in Florida, all of a sudden had like a bunch of places like Blazing Pizza. I think Joe Mama's used to be a place, but then they kind of
Joe
closed
Mama's
down.
nice.
Yeah,
Joe Mama.
they
a great
closed
name.
down. And just a bunch of like different wood fire pizza started coming up, or they said fired pizza, but actually it's propane. It's not actually wood fire. They use propane for it.
Just cook it by
And-
fire. But it's the same as having it on your barbecue.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
But I just
Yeah,
found it funny that basically we were the first wood fire place here in Tallahassee. Just
Like, what kind is it? Like, it's obviously a wood fired oven big enough to fit in a food truck, but
yeah,
I know there's one place here in it's in Rothsay, New Brunswick. I'm from New Brunswick, Canada, obviously, but there's one place here called Pomodori's, and they actually ordered their wood fired oven. It's almost looks like a kiln, where they actually use the have the logs inside the copper dome. And then I think they said that they bought that oven right out of Italy and had it shipped over. And
here in North Bay, they had some guy from Italy come over and build the oven. It's like Stefano Ferretti, like this name that's like synonymous with wood burning pizza ovens or some shit like that. Stefani something other, and almost the same thing like what you're saying, but they actually had a guy come over and build it. They didn't just
cool. That might have been what it was too. If they said they shipped it over in parts or they, but anyway, one thing they did is like their pizza recipe actually got famous enough that a few years back they actually had there was actually like a pizza competition amongst like Neapolitan pizza places. That they actually went to Italy and I think they came in third or something. But this is like a worldwide thing. They were actually that was a while ago. Yeah.
Right.
I went there last week at pizza and it was so good. They did make a really good pie there.
Anybody here ever seen the like the pizza twirling championships they have and shit?
No, they got championships
on YouTube.
Oh, like yeah,
sounds awesome.
So like they're like twirling pizza doughs, like spinning, like spreading the dough out with their two fingers and shit, and doing flips and shit, and like it's insane, man. Like,
yeah, they get pretty intense in those things.
And like the rules and stuff are like you gotta stretch it to a certain size, and you can't rip it and stuff like that. It's fucking. Some people are just unbelievable, man. Blow your mind.
Wow.
Blow your mind with pizza dough.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, because like we do roll out our pizza, like we make our pizza from scratch, and it's not actually very hard to make pizza dough, but to make the right pizza dough is what's the hardest, is to find the right ingredients to make the best pizza dough. And I know like people from apparently we went to there's a fest that happens in Tallahassee that's called the Italian Festival, and a bunch of like I guess Italians that are in Tallahassee come to this festival, and we tried all the pizzas there, and it was just there was this one place that also did wood fire, and it was really awful. They burnt the pizza like really bad. There's another pizza place where the sauce tasted like water, and then we had like a huge crowd at our food truck because we make it from scratch and we try the best to make the sauce the best we can. And people they're like, we're from Italy and this is like the best pizza we've had. This is like tastes like home. So
nice.
Yeah,
that's
it
awesome.
It's a compliment. And then there was also a guy, we were at the veteran parade because we have that here, and he said he's traveled around the world and he's like, this is like the second best pizza I've ever had. I can't remember the place. He said it was in Italy. I don't remember the place in Italy that he said was the best, but he said it was the second best pizza he's had. So we try our best.
That's damn impressive right there.
But you were talking about building a pizza oven. I think the person who customized it, he made it with his own hands. I think it was the food truck's originally from Texas, and it was brought to Tallahassee. And then the guy that was originally going to do the pizza, I guess, business with the food truck, him and his wife was like, no, I don't want you getting into this because I guess maybe they were working some things out. We didn't really ask questions, but we bought it from him. And then we ended up doing it, and then it ended up being for the best. It was pretty cool. But he made it all the guy from Texas made it from scratch. And it's like this dome, and it's like the wood is there in one side of the oven, and you cook literally the pizza right next to the fire.
Yeah, and that's what they do with the Pomodori's here. So they actually have the wood burning inside the kiln the dome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. The only problem is finding the wood that will actually burn, because it does get tricky in Florida because of the humidity and it's always raining. to keep it dry, but we do our best.
Do you have to get like a special wood, or you have to bring it in from a different state, or what?
We've tried like about like 20 different people in Tallahassee. We found one, but what we have to do is that they bring in a huge shipment, and then we have our own wood splitter, and we kind of split them into smaller pieces, and it helps dry it better, and then it helps it burn faster. So
like an actual wood splitter, like you don't cut it yourself,
like electric. Yeah, no, we tried doing it by hand. It's not as easy as it looked. So
no, I've done it.
That would be a badass like selling point. They'd like walk up to this food truck and they're sitting there out back chopping wood. I mean, that's badass.
You just have a little elbow grease.
Cool.
I'm from Canada. Heck, I'm burning wood right now in the wood stove. But
I haven't had a wood stove where I live since I was a kid, and I honestly do miss it. Like I used to just like sit there with the stove open and like play with the fire and add stuff and just like watch the fire. I love just watching fire. Like when you're camping and that's
whole
like
thing when you're a kid, you're throwing
oh.
the guns or something like the accessories that went with your Transformers and GI Joes, just to see them melt.
I never destroyed my toys.
I don't think I ever did that before.
Any electrical toy I ever owned as a kid, I eventually like took it all apart. I wanted to see how it worked. But other toys, like I had a lot of Lego and I had a lot of He-Man figures and shit. I never abused them. Like they were my babies. I used to actually, my sisters used to always burn candles and shit. I had two sisters, and their candles, like they have all these like end pieces of their candles.
It really is what you're supposed to do with candles.
And no, but anyway, when they're all done with them, and there's these like end pieces left over, I'd take them and put them in this little metal pot thing I had and put it in the stove and melt it down and make a new candle for them, kind of thing. And the one time I went to do it, I left the pot thing in there too long, and when wax gets to the temperature where it wants to catch fire, it's hard. Like I open the thing and the wax is on fire. And I'm like, okay. Put my handle to the handle on the thing, pull it out, blow on it, it goes out, back on, blow out, back on, blow out, back. It was like spontaneously combusted. But you know what?
Wow.
It was wintertime. I'm like, I'm going to go outside and set it in the snow and let it cool down. I go outside, and as I'm going to set it down, I kind of tripped, and it spilled. And when it hit the snow, it was like a small mushroom cloud of like, it looked like a tiny atomic bomb, just and burned off my eyebrows and most of my eyelashes. It was
Nice.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Great.
My dad comes running out. Like my dad was inside watching TV, and like I guess the corner of his eye, I saw this giant flash of fire. What the hell are you doing out here? And yeah, it was a good time. Good time.
Nice.
Good Lord.
Yeah, what Guy was talking about in the side chat here. He was talking about wood stove during the ice storm. Yeah, I remember the power outages that in the wintertime here where it's cold and you only during the ice storm in '98, and there was another one a few years ago here that where it got power for like 4 days. And use the wood stove to cook food, like heat up water to use like make a noodle bowl with, or to cook hot dogs in a pot.
I think we made spaghetti.
It's a great thing.
Too.
Oh, yes. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Anything
I'm very lucky. Like where I am, the power has gone out a couple times, but like for like a minute and then back on usually. So I'm pretty lucky in that aspect.
That whole big ice storm, you guys pretty like in '98.
It didn't come this way really at all.
You're in middle Ontario.
So. Yeah,
I think
it was crazy in Quebec and the West and the East Coast, man. It was nuts.
But I think like Ottawa and Montreal, that was hit worse than here. How long were you out for, Guy?
I don't know. Was it like a week here?
A week?
Was it a week here too? I don't remember.
I want to say some people were like almost a month or something, weren't they? It was fucking nuts.
Yeah. I know I lost my power around Wednesday night and then didn't get it back till Sunday.
I remember I was with the Army cadets. We were helping other people out, thinking like poles in their ponds and stuff like that.
The worst power outage we ever had was that when that transformer, whatever the crap blew in the States on their East Coast. That huge thing. It was like two days and a bit. I was working in a restaurant and we had to go through all that bad food after it it was over, and that was not a good
yeah.
time at all.
Ooh.
Not at
Well,
all.
it was during the ice storm. One of the grocery stores here lost like $1 million worth of produce or food or something,
Dang.
and they lasted for another year, and then they had to downsize significantly. But it was sad because they were like a big staple of our community, and they
You'd
had.
think that like the insurance would cover that. You think,
Yeah,
unless it's like
apparently it didn't, and they were really screwed. It was a co-op, right?
that sucks, man.
Mhm.
And after that, it was everybody started shopping at the superstore, and then that took off.
Yeah.
Uh,
I tell you, like here in North Bay, we have like there's the mall where everybody goes, and the
Yeah.
downtown core of North Bay. Like in the winter, it's all nice and lit up and beautiful, and in the summer, it's all nice and just like all flowers and stuff everywhere. But nobody goes downtown, and it's so sad. It makes me sad.
But you guys
I
must
love
have
my
a
thing.
mall of some sort.
That's why I just said like everybody goes to the mall. That we have the mall, which is away from downtown, so everybody goes to the mall
Oh, okay.
instead of going downtown, which is like where all the old family-owned kind of community. Heart of the community shops and shit is, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of them down there are struggling because of the mall, basically. And we actually have two malls. There's the Northgate Mall, which is close to where I live, and then the North Bay Mall, which is down in Ferris, which is the, I guess, south end of North Bay. And it is just the only reason that mall still exists is because they have the Galaxy Cinema. They have the theater in that mall. Everything else, like you walk through the mall, and it's like walking through a ghost town. There's like
that reminds me of
what-
one mall here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's
Tallahassee
like
Mall.
one store, 2 or 3 vacant places. Another store, vacant place. A store, vacant, a
It's
store.
like
Yeah,
that there,
it's
actually.
crazy.
What were you saying, Victoria? Go ahead.
The Tallahassee Mall here in Tallahassee, of course. It's like a ghost town basically too. The only thing that's keeping it running is like the AMC movies and this. I guess it's called. I don't know. It's not GameStop. It's like Game Zone or something like that. And there's like a bunch of people who play Magic cards and stuff in there. It's about the only two places that are busy. And the Governor Square Mall in Tallahassee has all the crowd. And it's kind of sad because when I was a kid, the Tallahassee Mall was the hangout zone, I guess. And then it kind of died out as I got older. I don't know why. Nobody knows why. It just ended up, I guess things moved to the other side of town or something like that. But it just sucks to walk through it because it's just sad now to walk through it. But yeah. I understand. And then you were saying something about nature walking. Here in Florida, like we don't really walk in town. We can't really walk anywhere. Everything's like pretty much a long ways away. But we do have something like Lake Ella, and a lot of people walk around there. We have Cascade Park. A lot of people walk around there. So I'm kind of happy people are still, I guess you could call it, keeping in touch with the nature side of things.
It's kind of funny though, because like there's this place I can walk. There's just me. I can walk out my door and walk straight that way, and I'm walking around in nature. And I can walk for a good long, like I can just walk straight and not meet up with anybody until I hit like Toronto. There's just so much bush just to walk around in. It's awesome. I love it.
That's pretty much the way it is here. I mean, I have to drive through 2 farms in order to get it to the city.
Yeah, for me to get to the city, it's like 30 to 40 minutes away, depending on traffic.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's further than I am. That's for sure.
Well, like, again, that's one of the best things about where I live. I can walk this way, and I'm in the forest. If I walk that way, I'm in the city. And the mall is like a 2-minute walk. Downtown is like a 10-minute walk. I'm right there.
That's what I miss about living in the city. That's what I miss about living in the city, where you're so close to everything. You just go down the road like 2 minutes, and then there's a 7-Eleven or something. Like when I used to live out in Calgary, it was like 5 minutes away from a Safeway. So I needed groceries. I just get in the car and go down.
It's fantastic, and the best part is, like, I'm in the city, but like I said, right by the forest. I am down. There's a dead end street. You go down, and then just before that street ends, you take a right-hand turn down to another dead end street, and just before that one ends, you take a left-hand turn down another dead end street, and I'm right there. So there's no traffic. There's no traffic anytime on my street. That's not like somebody coming here. I love it. I love it.
I just need to jump out the window. I'm in the city.
You just went really out of focus there, Redbeard.
And my camera does the occasional bump of cocaine or something. It just goes crazy. I'm not quite sure. It's weird.
It's not.
Focus again. Focus.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Focus. There it goes.
You literally just did this and it actually focused on you?
No, like if I get it's got autofocus, so I don't know what it that I'm assuming maybe actually what it is probably see right here at the bottom of the of my thing, this little tiny bit of my glass. I think it's trying to focus on that every now and then.
I get it.
It's stupid.
Mine's a Logitech too, so it does have autofocus, but it takes a lot longer for it to kick in.
Yeah,
Like,
mine's a
I put it up
Logitech
there.
too.
Well, yeah, like I said, mine's the fancy new Logitech, so you know.
Yeah,
So
you got the
Mine's fancy
4K
too.
one.
Well,
It's the
mine's not
Brio.
4K. It's 1080p, but you know,
Brio.
fancy.
Which one do you got? The C? Which one's yours? The C920?
It says it right there. Yeah, I think it's like the C920. Yeah, it's something like
that was like that. Well, that it pretty much still is like the standard. This is their newer one, and it's I'm using it for my audio and video right now.
It's a great camera. That's what I'm using right now. I'm using a C920. I think that's what Guy's got too, isn't it?
Yeah, but mine's not dirty though.
Oh, that's splooge on it.
Where you go, Nick?
Yeah, ruin it for everybody.
It's always Nick who just takes those comments to the point.
Oh, of course I do. I do it for a laugh. I don't actually.
No, but you're from New Brunswick.
No. You do on
It's from New Brunswick. Everybody gives me some leeway.
Nick's filter is
just blame it on Moosehead.
Filter. I don't even know the meaning of the word. Filter was a band that wrote a song in like the early 2000s.
Exactly.
Filter's still around.
Filter?
Was it Filter? Is it Take My Picture or something that they wrote?
It was Hey Man, Nice Shot was one of their big ones.
Nice Shot was another one.
But then they're still around. Their latest album that I want to say was like a year or two ago. It's like when the sun comes out tonight or something, and there's some decent like heavy songs on there. I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan of Filter for a long time.
They should change it to Hey Nick, why don't you take my picture?
Say, hey Nick, nice shot. And speaking of music, I just picked this up today. I don't know if anybody's into the National or not.
I don't even know what they are.
I've heard the name, but I haven't heard any
I don't
song.
think I've heard of
Never
it.
mind it. Okay.
Nope.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, man.
Nobody knows what I'm talking
Run
about.
it back.
You know
Change
what's
the subject.
Nick, it must be so good that you posted a picture of just that on your beer administrative group. With no beer in sight.
I know. I deleted the post too because I was like, oh shit, I posted in River Valley Beer League. So because I'm in two groups.
What was that?
What the fuck was that?
I think he forgot to upload his video.
Okay.
Somebody with
I'm
a
in
squeaky
two-
chair.
I'm in two local groups. I'm in one for beer and one for listening to vinyl. And I posted a vinyl picture in the beer group, and I didn't realize for like 2 minutes afterwards. I'm like, why is nobody commenting on this thing? I'm like, oh shit!
How humiliating!
That's embarrassing.
It depends. What were you drinking when you did that?
Probably the Propeller.
Okay, that's fine then. It's local.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head off. I'm exhausted. But thank
You
you
gotta
for
go
having
hang out
me
with
on.
those shirtless men.
No problem.
Yeah.
Your shirtless brother. Your brother.
Oh, it was. Don't worry.
Hey, cheers, buddy. Cheers.
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
that's
you know
great.
what? This is the 21st century. It's all right anyway.
Yeah, for sure. All right, take care, everybody.
Incest will never be all right.
See ya, Maple.
There you go, Greg. Cheers.
Randomly got to say congratulations to whoever said. I think was it Greg that said like you think you're going. I'm going off to. I forgot my upload. You're not wrong. That's what it was. That's totally what it was. It was uploaded. I just hadn't made it public, and I hadn't changed my thumbnail yet. So I'm good now. I'm half an hour late, but I'm good. God damn it!
All right.
I
just
think
actually
Tell everybody that you're half an hour late.
randomly. I don't know if you guys watch or whatever, but actually within the next couple of days, I'm changing my upload time from midnight to noon. I'm making a bit of a change, thinking that
That's a risk.
I don't know. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
That's crazy talk.
I'm a psychopath. I'm not normal.
Whenever I upload a video, it's at 10 a.m. So mine's pretty early in the morning.
I'm sorry if I hurt anybody. I can do my pterodactyl.
Sorry.
Anybody want to hurt?
No, no,
Yeah, we
no,
don't
no.
want to. We don't want to.
Unless Chris Lizak's still listening. He was earlier.
That was pretty funny, that last stream on that.
Chris muted Redbeard. Or not Chris.
Preemptive
Greg.
muting.
Greg.
Good call, Greg. I'm not going to do it, though. It's okay. I promise. I won't do it.
Or like me, 10 video
Oh,
uploads on a Saturday. I feel like a rebel.
I do it in my stream, or if like if you
Rebel.
guys instead do it, I'll do it. But I'm not going
Rebel.
to. Don't want me to do it. I won't do it. But I do know that it can be offensive to people's eardrums when I do the pterodactyl sound.
Yeah, but sometimes they get you to do that as a joke just because
Nails on the chalkboard kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sometimes if we just want to knock out all of Chad's senses, we'll do that. But
I
Guys, I'm gonna jump off too. I'm gonna go do some gaming on my other channel.
All right, Red.
All right.
Go. Peace
Thanks
out,
for coming
man.
in.
enjoy
Thanks for
playing
coming
with
in.
yourself.
Hopefully we'll see you like next Wednesday, maybe.
Maybe. What are you guys doing?
Goddamn
Well,
CBS.
CBS?
we're gonna do CBS, and there's gonna be a hangout after.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be
You
part of the
hang out?
after hangout, but my
I'll be
CBS is all
around.
gone, and I can't get any more. God damn you!
All right, Rod, can you?
I
get
can hook you up
CBS
with a
or-
bottle, but you have to.
Well, I've got
drive
one
down
bottle,
and
but I
get it
gotta do a review on it. So,
Oh, okay, never mind then.
but if I do the review before you guys do your show, I might jump on. But
Sure.
What was that, Greg? What?
What?
from. What?
Greg said something. He can hook me up with a bottle, or what?
Well, if you want to come down to Toronto, I can help you out. But I'm not driving up to you to give it to you.
You want to meet halfway, like in Barrie or
No,
something?
no. I'm getting you a bottle. You're coming all the way to get it. It's not a halfway.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, it's a two-way street. You got to drive down that two-way street in order.
You
to
know
get
what?
that
Actually,
bottle.
honestly, if you're honest about that, I get my next EI check on Tuesday, and not all of it is spoken for. I could put a full tank of gas in my car and make the trip.
I really feel at this point I'm enabling you. I feel you should spend it on food.
Ow.
I could even like, well, I don't know if you have any like cool beers that could be vlogged kind of thing, but I could bring a couple beers myself as a thank you, and we could do a couple like on location vlogs together. That'd be cool as well.
I don't know if I want to spend any more time with you than I have to.
The choice
I
is
don't
yours,
know.
my friend.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. Message me on Facebook. We'll figure
I'm
something
down.
out.
I'm down, man. Cool. Yeah, I think most people are pretty much passing out or going to bed soonish and stuff. And people have to work tomorrow, aka Awkward Victoria, right?
Nope,
No.
tomorrow's Sunday.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
But I am
she's-
still exhausted. Doesn't mean anything.
she's down to just stay on forever.
Mm.
I do have a question. Maxwell, I see there's I'm very observant. Is there an NES in your background?
His name
I think this is NES Mini.
Can you actually see that from?
No,
Yes,
you have, Nick,
there is
Nick,
an NES.
NES,
Wait.
is there also an N64 and a Wii?
Yes.
And okay, now the other question is there a Dreamcast or am I crazy?
Nope, that's a Dreamcast.
That's a dream. Okay, I work at a retro store, so that's why I know what they
fucking
kind of look like.
Hawkeyes on Victoria.
Wow, that's
Well,
impressive.
Right?
What console isn't in
I
this
Like, let me pull you up. Let me make you full right here, and like,
See,
oh, okay, that, yeah, like, but I can kind of tell, but like, holy shit, Victoria, that's insane.
that's incredible, actually. Yeah, there is I have a Dreamcast, a Super NES Classic sitting next to it.
The mini, yeah.
I have my Xbox 360 and my PS3 are there. You can't see them because it's dark.
No, I was gonna say I
The
can't
Wii-
see the
The
360.
Wii. I have the Jungle Green Gen 64,
Yeah.
the original NES.
Mhm.
Down below here is where my Super Nintendo is.
Okay.
Over here, you can see where my finger's pointing. That's my Atari 7800.
I was gonna say that looks like an Atari because I have one of those.
Oh, cool. Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I have
Um,
the 2600. I think it was 2652, right? And then
Oh, the 5200. Cool.
Yeah, I have all
Oh, yeah.
the Ataris.
One of
Yeah,
those.
yeah, dude, Victoria will blow your mind. Like, she's
I'm a collector.
She's like,
Me.
you're young, but
I'll be right back.
you're like into all this retro shit. It's like just like your coolness level is off the chart. In my opinion.
Nick is trying to show. Now Nick is gonna try. to
Hey,
find
look, it's
stuff to
Super
impress.
Nintendo. Yeah. No, I have one. I have a Super Nintendo. I almost have all the colors of an N64. I just don't have watermelon or
Jesus.
gold.
Oh,
I
you want to
have
pull shit out now? Give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
what's
have
Nick got?
And look out.
Nintendo. I have both the classics, the NES and the Super. And yeah, I see you have the gun. I have one of those too. I think I have the gray one, not the orange one.
There we go.
You have. Oh, that's a Genesis. with
Oh, you've got
Sega
the
CD.
entire set.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had that set too until I
Turned
saw
on
it.
and
That's really cool.
That's it's the Super Battleship formation. It's the
Oh my God.
CD and the
That's
32, and the 32X.
Yeah, the 32. Yeah, that's the one that they say is the best one.
And
Everybody ready for the nostalgia factor right now? This is
It's already in nostalgia.
this is
right
the
now.
okay. This is the official carrying bag for the original Nintendo Entertainment
yeah.
System.
And it's
And
just
like
full
you
of
guys, you can
tight
see it says
handheld electronics.
Super and PlayStation, because that's what's in there right now is the original PlayStation. That's the last console I owned was the PlayStation 1, but it's slightly modified.
Slightly.
Slightly modified.
while he's unzipping that, my Genesis has got
No,
the
no,
high
notice all my super legal games and stuff that I have for my PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High definition graphics. Not only that, this does not have the lockout chip. It's one of the Altered Beast Genesises.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have a coworker. His name's Luke, and he says the one that you have is the best one to get. He's like a huge Genesis fan.
Oh, cool.
So
Anybody notice?
Yeah, it's got the original Yamaha chip, like the original
really?
Yamaha sound chip.
I'm gonna have to tell him that you have that. He
Cool.
might flip out. What is
Anybody-
that on your PS1? What is that?
What? Oh, wait, right there. You mean?
Yeah.
Got the mod
This
chip.
is my lid sensor switch that my buddy wired in. He like literally soldered the switch into the motherboard, and this tells it to if the lid is open or closed. Because I also had this, which is called a mod clip, which is actually falling apart right now. Oh, it's dead. That's done. Wow. But yeah, it was basically the mod chip. So you could play. It was a Game Genie / mod chip. So you can like put the codes in and get like God mode and shit, and also play burnt games. And you had to have this set. It had to think it was closed the whole time. You put the demo disc in, turn it on, it would fire up, and it would stop. Take that disc out, put the burnt disc in,
Okay.
let it spin, it would stop, swap again, one more spin, swap again, and you can play any game.
I think
That
you
sounds
did
like
it.
too much effort.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you did it the wrong way. I also had a chip PlayStation, and
Yeah,
mine
same here.
just you stuck
Nope.
a burnt game in.
Yeah,
and it
you put the
worked.
burnt
Yeah,
disc
yeah,
in and it
yours
works.
was a
How
mod
crazy
chip.
is that? That's
Again,
insane.
I had the mod clip, which was not soldered like this. This switch is soldered into my shit, but there's no other actual modifications made to the system itself. So it was just, I just loved it. Like what you said, like what the hell is that? That's the best part of this. Like, what is that switch on there? It's my lid sensor, baby.
So basically, what you did is you just gave yourself a lot of extra work. Plus, your PlayStation now has a penis.
Hey man, I still got to play all the burnt games, so I was fine with it.
No, I have a PlayStation 1, and then the only two PlayStations I don't have is the second and the third one, but I really want to get that rare PlayStation 3 that plays all the 1, 2, and 3 on it.
Oh, is that with all the where it had all the connections on before they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
That's
got
like the
it's
first
the
one.
launch units, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the launch
Yeah,
one.
I've got one of those under my bed somewhere.
There was like a PlayStation Super Nintendo crossover machine that was like kind of made as a prototype back in the day by Panasonic or some shit.
Yeah. Wasn't that what the PlayStation
Oh, it was
became?
by
then?
Sony.
I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but it was fucking
'Cause
crazy.
It started off as an add-on for the Nintendo 64, but they
It was supposed to be an add-on for the Super Nintendo, and then Nintendo and Sony parted ways, and then that's why Sony created the PlayStation to kind of
and then-
stick
Right.
it to Nintendo.
yeah.
Now,
yeah.
how's that for a retro
And
system?
and prototypes do exist of it, just very few of them.
How's that for a retro system?
My dad had one of those when I was a kid.
ColecoVision.
Is that a?
Oh.
I have a
wow.
ColecoVision.
That is a ColecoVision. That's like
That's
like,
a real ColecoVision.
like the original Pong and shit, right?
No. Wait, it came after the Pong for sure.
Was it
Pong
after?
was just
Okay.
its own
That-
unit.
Yeah, it's a little dusty.
But
It
like,
hasn't this thing hasn't seen the light of day in 4 years.
It's like
Backed away.
we've had maybe since 3 years I've worked there, maybe 2 got probably tried to get traded in, but they both didn't work, and it sucked because I was gonna buy it as soon as we got it.
nice.
I've been
That's
waiting
awesome.
for one to come in, and we've also had like a TurboGrafx get traded in, but
Oh,
by
yeah?
the time we got
Oh.
one traded in, it was sold that day, and I couldn't get it because I had no money.
My
Sucks.
cousin Mark had a TurboGrafx growing up. I had the Super Nintendo, and he got the TurboGrafx, and that system.
Bonk's
Wow, like
Adventure was awesome.
there was some fucking badass games.
Oh, yeah.
on that.
No, it really
like-
is good.
It was like the one that came with it, like Keith Courage and Alpha Zones or whatever the fuck. How it like went from like this nice, friendly, all nice game,
Alpha
to, like this
Zones, I had
crazy
that.
shit in the bottom levels and shit, and your armor was just the most unbelievably cumbersome thing you've ever seen in your life. And it was a hell of an interesting system. I liked it actually. The coolest thing was the handheld version of that system used the same games. I'm very surprised that didn't take off more.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Turbo Express.
that was really cool. 'cause, like,
That
the game-
thing's rare. I mean, when I was collecting video game consoles like this, that game the Turbo Express was expensive. It's like $300. I don't want to know what it is now.
Oh, to buy like an actual working good one, probably not cheap,
Oh,
man. But,
Turbo Express? No, probably not.
but again,
Yeah,
like,
no.
it was fucking cool, man. It was bad. Even the Game Gear that Sega made with their TV tuner and shit back in the day and stuff, and like,
Yeah.
although I thought that you couldn't plug it in. It took 8 AA batteries or some shit, and those batteries were
6.
dead in like half an hour. Whatever it was, they were dead in like half an hour. It just sucked your batteries away. It was
Like
sad.
the original Game Boy it took like 4 batteries, but it sucked all the battery juice away.
I want to
Yep,
say
and
it laid
Game Gear, I
last
think,
longer
took
though.
6.
Because
Yeah,
Game Boy
Game
didn't
Gear.
have color. It didn't have like it was just like the
It was
green
the black and white, yeah.
So the game those that
Oh,
batteries
yeah,
lasted.
he has
There you
like
go, right
Game
there.
Gear right there.
There's
Yeah.
the Game Gear.
Nice.
Yeah, we get those traded in maybe once a year. Those I mean, they're
Put new
still
batteries
pretty
in
hard
right
to
now.
find.
Turn it on. Let's see how long it lasts.
And then
Tell me for the chat.
even like Super Nintendo has a handheld, and it's called like the Superboy. I think it's what it's called. Let me look that up.
Oh, Super Game Boy, but it's not a handheld. It's
Super.
Is
Yeah, it's a Game
No,
Boy
it's like
adapter.
Super
yeah.
Superboy, I think maybe.
No, it's called Super Game Boy, but it's a cartridge you put into your Super NES. Then you put
Yeah.
Game Boy
Unless-
games
yeah.
inside of
Play
that. You can
game-
play them
yeah,
on
Game
TV.
Boy
It's
games.
not portable.
And you can kind of add color to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
are
that adds a
like
couple shades of color.
aftermarket.
Oh, Nick means business
There's
now.
a couple really decent actually aftermarket kind of Game Boy mods where they're like, it looks like a Game Boy, and it's got the extra like X and Y buttons on top of the A and B, and the right and left buttons on the back.
There's the
And
Super
you
Game
can
Boy.
play all these
There you
pre-built
go.
mods that are ROMs already in there. There's some fucking crazy shit on the
Oh no,
internet as far as
that
Game Boy
it's
goes.
legitimately
You're-
like I
you're
think it's
thinking
by
like,
hyperlinks. I
It's
forget.
like
I know
it's
I
like a
know
retro
that one.
console.
It's Superboy, and it's by Hyperkin or something like that.
Hyperkin. Yeah, it's the same people who make the Retrons or something, right?
Yeah, they make this thing. I think it's called Superboy, and it's literally
Okay.
like a handheld for Super Nintendo games.
Hmm.
It's really interesting. We sell them, and I mean you still get them till day, but it's really interesting. I wonder if I can look up Hyperkin. And it's like Superboy.
Yeah, I helped my
Yeah.
folks buy a Retron 2 for my brother for Christmas. I'm pretty sure that was Hyperkin that made it.
Yeah, no Hyperkin. Hyperkin comes out with some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I can't complain with them.
What do you think of the Retron 5? I've heard mixed thoughts about it.
So my coworker has a Retron 5, and he actually backs it up. And I really take his opinion into heart because he's actually pretty good at like judging things. But I like the idea of it because I think like it can play Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Famicom, and I think it's like Game Boy games or something like that. And then it's also featured in
think so.
HD, which if you have a flat screen TV, it It makes it look better on the screen instead of it looking, 8-bit doesn't look great on a flat screen. So it makes it look a little bit better. And then I also heard that you could save anywhere within a game. So that's also really cool.
Yeah, I've heard it's like it loads the cartridges, like it downloads the ROMs off the cartridges and plays it through emulation.
Yeah, basically. And and this is the super. I can't share. I forgot I can't share links through YouTube. I was going to show you guys the Superboy, but yeah, I mean that's what I've heard. Like he says that he doesn't regret buying it. I know Retron got sued for the Retron 5 when it came out, because I think when the Retron 5 first came out, it was like $100, and then it went up to like 160 or something like that now.
Oh, I do have it up.
And then they got sued, but I have no idea if that lawsuit got dropped or not, because now they're coming out with like Super Nintendo HD, and then they're coming out with Nintendo HD. So I think maybe the lawsuit got dropped, or maybe they came out with a settlement. Really not sure what happened there. But
sorry, go ahead. Keep talking.
No, it's fine. I've
Yeah.
seen the Retron 5. It's not bad. It's got wireless controllers instead of corded, so that's also a benefit.
There's something weird going on with my screen. It doesn't seem to be working right, but there's
nice.
There's the Game Gear running.
Randomly, have you guys heard of Metal Jesus Rocks YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes. Yeah, I've watched a few of his videos.
Old school kind of record. Like right here, I'm sharing it in the in our chat right now because I don't think I'm a moderator. I can't share
I tried to
actual chat. But anyway, right here, this website, you can build to order your own like old school Game Boy Advance with all of like these crazy upgrades and shit to it. You can spend like $300. But it's like upgrade the processor, the sound, the speakers better. It does all this crazy shit. You can get custom colors and stuff. Like I want one badly.
I just get a 404 not found on yours, Redbeard. And I see the Superboy
Really?
S. That looks kind of cool, actually.
Just go to Red. Here, I'll try it again. Just the
I like how it's got the two controller ports. Like, does the first controller port override the controls on the console itself?
Yeah, like you plug in your controller, and it's like literally like a portable Super Nintendo. It's really awesome. We sell them.
I've seen this one. It's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can plug the controllers into the front and plug it into your TV. It basically becomes a Super Nintendo and shit.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I have the SN program pad for the fucking Super Nintendo, which is one you can like program your own moves into and like assign it to this like extra button. It was the coolest thing ever. I could use it on this. That's awesome.
I have a Sega, like it's a Sega Genesis console, but it's like a handheld one that was like kind of like I forget who made them, but it was like around the time that the Atari Flashback and all came out.
Oh yeah,
like it had like 90 built-in games, and now it's kind of hard to find, but I love that thing to death.
That's awesome. I think I've seen a review for that somewhere. I was like on some channel watching like old school retro handheld shit that like nobody has, and as if you have that. That's fucking crazy.
Does anybody here watch Retro Future?
No,
I have not.
No. Okay. That's one channel I've actually got hooked on watching because he does all kinds of like Game Boy repair videos. And funny you say that. I've got my original Game Boy right here, and it works.
Where is it? See, I'm not at my house. I'm at Alejandro's. So I would have all my stuff right here showing you guys. Because I have a Dreamcast in a box. Like, I love that thing.
Oh, wow.
Like, mint condition. It's...
Yeah, in case anyone's wondering, yeah, Awkward Victoria has a goddamn boyfriend. She got a boyfriend. Goddamn.
Oh.
But no, like, I mean, he has some retro stuff too. He has the Atari 50. He has Atari 5200 as well here, but I don't want to disconnect it and stuff. He's got everything connected. But at my house, I have both the classics. I have the NES one, which is really super hard to find, but they're supposed to re-release it in the summertime. Yeah. And then I have the super classic, and then yeah, I have like a bunch of consoles. I mean, I don't know why I collect it. It's like I see it and I have to buy it, sort of thing. It's not something I can just pass an opportunity on.
I can definitely sympathize. I used to think the same way. Like I used to have I used to have more than what I've got now. I used to have a TurboGrafx, and I used to have a Sega Saturn.
Oh
I'm
man.
going to do something stupid.
And an Intellivision.
I'm going to do something
Oh, man, an
stupid, really not smart right now.
Oh, and I had a Neo Geo. Not a Neo Geo. Sorry, I had a Gold Star 3DO.
Ooh.
You should have just sent it my way. Like that would have been amazing. I would have paid for all that stuff.
I'm going to go ahead and crack
was
open
years
this
ago.
9%. Is it 9% ABV extra strong Belgian double stout called Apocalypse by.
Oh.
We've had to
Like,
go
Who makes that? I've
This
had that
beer
before.
I bought here in North Bay. I think I can get it again. So I'm doing it like for you guys right now, basically, and I'm hoping I can do it again for
Oh,
review.
thanks.
It's all for you, Greg. It's all for you, baby.
I appreciate it.
Here we go.
You always pop the
Good-
cork for Greg.
Good cork. Good cork.
Owl? Are
Good
you
cork
gonna?
pop.
Oh
You do-
god.
Make it
Oh,
pop,
that's-
baby.
that sucked.
Holy
Nice
shit!
one.
Scott. We got
Oh,
Paul
shit.
here.
Oh, Paul has arrived.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What?
Victoria,
Red-
Victoria,
red-
cover your ears.
red
Cover
beard
your virgin
pops
ears.
apart.
Hi, hookers.
I can turn down the voice on my headphone.
You're gonna have to do that with
What?
Paul in the chat.
Ah, no,
We got
no.
Paul and Greg. Actually, Victoria's handled Greg pretty well, so.
Well, I
I've
I'm really
I've
impressed.
barely been talking. What are you talking
I grew up with two older
Exactly,
brothers,
exactly.
and I work
Look at
with
the color.
males.
Look
So
at the color of the head on that shit. That's some
You
dark
know what?
chocolate head. Wow.
I'm just gonna say a couple words here. I'm glad you folks made me dig out my ColecoVision because when I did, I found this. I found my PS2 memory card.
oh
It has
man,
all my save data, and I found my game bit for opening Super Nintendo cartridges.
That's pretty
my
funny.
I'm like, yes, I've been looking for these for a while now.
Victoria to the random rescue. Look at you go.
yeah. See, that's what happens. Random stuff happens when I start doing things.
Randomly up. Paul, did
Good
you
or
end up,
bad.
Paul, did you go back into Drunken Ones chat? Or just
No,
that one?
no.
No?
I jumped back in quick just to say hi, goodbye. But then, yeah, I had to start work. So
Well, no, when you were driving, you mean? When I was there? That's what you're saying?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I just wasn't sure if he came back in afterwards because, like, I saw a bit of the tail end of the second live stream he did, and he I'm not sure if he was here for a while in the chat. I'm not sure if he's still around, but he was not a sober individual anymore.
No.
Good for him though, man. It was awesome. Good times.
Did he finally
Thousand
shave the rest
subs.
of his head off?
I think he did. I'm pretty
Good.
sure.
Yeah, I think so.
This
Good.
actually
Did he have
smells
some-
surprisingly okay for being a Belgian double stout, whatever the fuck it is.
Are you trying to say Belgians smell funny? What do you? I don't understand.
When it comes
No,
to
just-
beer,
That sounds to
in
me.
my opinion, more often than not, yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm totally in agreement with Redbeard here. There's something about Belgian beers that just.
What that really
Or is it
funky
Belgian
wine,
people?
vinous esters, or what? I mean, the
That's
Well,
actually
that-
pretty
that
nice.
yeastiness.
That's just got that. It's like almost got a bit of a bourbon aged character to it, but just a bit enough to make it like Oreo. What the fuck are you doing right now?
That was
Seriously,
random.
dude.
Random.
He's like randomly licking the side of my one cupboard, being like,
I'm just on probably one of the most disappointing beers. that
Weird
I've
thing
had
is,
in-
that's not his son. That's
try
not his
some
dog.
more,
It's
so
his
Stone.
son.
you'll get more disappointed as it goes.
IPA.
Yeah. Stone
You
Goat.
can get more important. You
So-
can get more disappointed than that.
It's such
Which,
a shit session
Redbeard?
IPA though.
Redbeard, what year of Apocalypse is that?
I just bought it, so I'm assuming
Or
the,
just
this
2017.
year. I don't know if there's an actual date on it, but
Well, that's in PA.
Wait,
You
wait,
can
I
just, if
see,
you just bought it,
third-
it could be 5 years old.
13/07/19 is what I'm seeing. I'm assuming that's the best before date. 2019 is what they're saying. Best before on this one, I guess.
Well,
Yeah, that's got to be
yeah.
a best before date.
Well, they're not.
But
Yeah,
here
time
comes
travel, so-
the apocalypse. A double Belgian stout. This dark elixir undergoes double fermentation, first with an English yeast and then with a Belgian one to bring out a distinct character. Ooh.
There you go.
And I'm definitely, it says drink 10 to 12 degrees Celsius. I am drinking it way too cold right now, but it's actually pretty good. So
There you go. See, I had a bottle of 2012,
I don't think I've ever tried.
and
I don't even know who's the bot.
Nick, you're just
where is
crap?
it?
Nick, you seem to be all about.
It's made
You're just all about one-upping people tonight.
Oh
The
yeah,
Brasseur-
I
Brasseur-
2013 last year. It wasn't bad.
I don't think I've had anything by this brewery before. So the Brasseur
I don't think I've ever even seen that
RJ out of
bottle before.
Oh,
Montreal.
Brasseur's RJ.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never had anything by that.
yawn.
Yawn, boring.
Well, all right then.
Well,
Yeah, usually RJ's not like over the top or anything.
well,
Hey,
the
I
one
think
up
like, as far as a Belgian beer goes,
yeah.
like it
The
says
one that
Belgian
does,
right there in the name. This is surprisingly not yeasty
Non-Belgian.
flavoring. You know, like I'm enjoying it. Like Peter knows what I'm talking about. Peter, you probably get access to a lot more of those Belgian beers than I do.
It's that
So-
aftertaste
I just
I
bought a
don't
bunch
like
of
with a
them.
lot of Belgian beers.
I think
Victoria,
I bought some.
what are you even looking at your screen right now? Oh, there you go.
I'm not saying I did.
I'm
There
looking
it goes
I
at
again.
think I did.
Like the
Oh,
whitest
just
thing
be
in the
quiet.
world.
I'm looking at the retro
Also not allowed to
feature guy that
Oh,
he's
yeah, that guy.
posted.
But your face is like blending into your wall right now almost.
Well,
It's
that's
awesome.
because I'm Polish and Scottish. I got the palest of them all. Like,
What was that? No, the screen reflecting on you is like it's bringing it out even more. It's awesome.
You're
Yeah, it's
part
just-
Polish. You're part Polish. You fit right in around
You
here.
got like that full on porcelain skin look going on right now or some shit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
forgot
one
the-
person thought I was from like the UK or something. I was like, no, I've just been in Tallahassee my whole life.
I forgot that the Brasseur RJ they made a Titanic beer too.
Yeah, I've reviewed the Titanic before.
What
Did you
is the
put that-
Titanic? What do you mean by Titanic beer? What is
It's
this?
Was it a shipwreck?
They had a beer called Titanic.
Oh, the Titanic sunk? When did that happen? What?
Mm-hmm.
No, I was gonna say,
you
did
know
you?
what I meant?
Aliens.
Did it go down well?
Aliens did it.
No, I was gonna say. No.
Peter, that was great.
I was gonna say you should have put ice cubes. This is the last thing that's up.
Did it go down well? That was fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No.
but no, what is this Titanic beer? What is it? Anything cool?
Let me see here.
It's been a while since I did a review.
There we go. I did it as review number 2.
I'd assume it's going to be something impressive or
Review
trying to be
number 2.
impressive.
Review number 256. There you go. I did it a
Wait a minute.
long time ago.
It's like ages ago, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's a 6-year-old review, man.
Was I even legal to drink at that point in time?
I see. I can't answer that because I don't know how old you are.
I'm 37, so I was obviously joking.
Oh, I did it.
Yeah,
I did the
you're-
same year.
You're the same age as me, man.
I'm an old man, baby.
Old.
You're an old motherfucker like me.
I'm so old. I'm so old. Wow, look at oh my god, you're in the video. You used to be in your videos? Holy shit.
I'm in them from time to time. I just like doing behind the camera every once in a while.
Apparently, me and Nick did it the same year too.
Yeah.
Nick
Share
and
your
I.
ski.
Wow. You're like you look so
There
insecure.
comes the grammar place.
Like you don't even know what you're doing with your hands. You're like sitting there like twiddling your thumbs. Like what do I do? What do I do with my hands?
That's like less than a year after I started BeerTube, right?
Oh,
So
I love it. I love it though. It's cool. I like it. I like it.
check it out. I'm wearing my Mario shirt. I don't have that anymore.
Nothing wrong with the Mario shirt.
You should
Oh,
see what
right.
he's fiddling
See,
with on his
I did-
RedTube videos.
I saved this video. Yeah, my RedTube videos. I saved this video to do on the 100th anniversary of the Titanic sinking.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah,
That's
like
a great thing to celebrate with beer.
I know.
What's for all those people who died?
Well, Richard
Celebrate
Baxter's-
everything with beer.
I'm sad for people that die. Here's the beer.
We're both.
Here's
we're
my
both
Holocaust memorial beer.
We'll drink a toast in their
Yeah,
honor.
I was gonna say today's Holocaust Memorial Day. What are you gonna do for that, Nick?
I overcooked my food. in the
Is
oven.
there such thing? Is there such thing as a Jewish beer?
You overcooked your food in the
Yeah.
oven. Oh my god.
Only if it's
That was
so
Oh
horrible.
God, Greg!
That was
God
awful.
damn it!
Oh,
Yeah.
actually,
That
there
is
was
not
very good beer.
cool.
See, Nick, I just have to open the door for you. Just walk right through it.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Mhm.
Oh, as long as we're not talking about an oven.
Oh, fuck
In
it.
celebration of the
Oh, there it goes.
Holocaust Remembrance
Okay.
Day, here's an entire 7-course meal burnt to a crisp. Enjoy.
Oh no!
There's There's so many bad ways to go about celebrating this holiday. Holiday. You're calling it a holiday. It's a terrible thing to do.
You can't even say
Happy
Holocaust Memorial.
Look how long ago this was from Guy. Look how long ago this is when he was growing his old beard.
We're going off now. We all off the rails.
Like
the
Guy looks like Guy in this video looks like he should have tattoos. He's got the toque and the stubble.
Oh my! Look at him
You're
go.
assuming he doesn't have tattoos.
He's trying to be a biker.
Yeah, see, I have no idea if he's got tattoos or not because I didn't look.
He's got the face for radio.
Oh, he's got a cut though.
He's got a face for radio and a
Did you see that cut? He went off camera to the fucking right and then came back in the other door.
That's fancy.
That's what I do, man.
You talking about Guy, that video editing software?
Nice. Nice.
Uncork that bitch, baby.
You corked that like a fucking boss, man. You got some hand/wrist strength going on there, Guy. I like it.
Yeah, he works out.
He gets a lot of practice.
That's drinking made
easy. Again, that's what I'm saying.
Right there.
As far as practice, I didn't think anybody got more than me. So I'm just saying, like,
pour
good on
that,
you,
baby. Oh yeah.
Well, don't there's a Titanic brewery that has their plum porter.
Oh yeah, that's a very good beer.
I'd like to try that.
Smell it, can you?
Plus, they do a special reserve of it, I think.
No. Oh, nice. Yep. There's a brewery from Quebec that I really like. It's in French, obviously, but the Three Musketeers, they make outstanding beers.
Oh, Trois Musketeers.
Yeah, they make fantastic beers. I'm not going to say it because because
you're American.
Yeah.
I've had a few of the what are they? The Brassair de Frere, the two brothers brewing company.
Oh, like Hicks.
Yeah. They actually they sent me some beer actually and a shirt.
Oh, cool.
And a glass. They sent me two glasses actually, which is crazy.
Yeah, they recently. I've had their Hickson IPA and I've had their Baltic Porter and one other.
The Baltic Porter was pretty damn tasty, I thought.
They just recently sent their black IPA to New Brunswick, but I haven't picked it up yet.
I have not seen a black IPA by them. I had their IPA, their Imperial IPA, the Porter, and a red ale they sent me, and a white ale or something they sent me.
Nice.
Like the cool thing is like they've got a series of beers that are called is it the Hickson series? But anyway, like the whole thing is like the two brothers name like the whole basis of the brewery is their grandfather was the brewing guy, and like it's all like they like the Hickson. I want to say Hickson is like the grandfather's last name or something. Like it's all a lot of shit's based on him, and just like I said that in my reviews. Like I love the fact that they're honoring their grandfather in this way. Like one of my grandfathers still alive. One of them passed away. Yeah. The one that passed away, I was definitely more close to, and he was a fucking amazing man. If there was some way that I could do something to help memorialize him, I would be all over that shit kind of thing. Like I love that brew for that.
There's a brewery here in New Brunswick that does the same kind of thing. It's called Johnny Jack's. They're out of Oromocto, New Brunswick. They make every beer like their grandfather was like a World War II veteran.
Mine as well.
A lot of their beers are themed after like World War like veterans and stuff like that. But they call it Johnny Jack's because it's named after their grandfather, and I guess he was really good at brewing beer too. So it's kind of like that whole he was a World War II vet. He was great at brewing beer, so they make this beer in his honor kind of thing. But it's that same idea. I think probably Hickson does it better because I had Johnny Jack's IPA. It wasn't great. But to be totally honest.
My grandpa was never a big beer guy. He I went there to visit him. Like he ended up getting Alzheimer's and all this bullshit. And he had to go to home and all this stuff. But just before that, I'd gone down there for a visit, and it was like 9 a.m. or so. And I showed up at his place. I helped do some of the chores around the farm. And then we get back to the house. He's like, "You want a drink?" Sure. And he pours me, like, pretend this glass right here. Like, make it smaller, so about that big. But, like, he pours me a whiskey and water.
Holy fuck.
Like, at 9 a.m.
Yeah, that's how I used to drink mine.
Now you're old enough. It's like now you're old enough to drink like a man.
I'm not gonna say no. You know, it's like it's my grandpa. I'm never gonna fucking try to bitch out kind of thing. But like, I was hammered at like 9 a.m. in the morning, And
Wow.
again, like the World War II thing. My grandpa, he was like doing like behind the lines, like reconnaissance type shit. He actually died. He actually died during the war, and they like revived him at one point. Like it was
wow.
This crazy shit, man. I don't know exactly. Like there's so many stories that I wish he had told me. Kind of. There's randomly. I don't know if I can find it, but there's a thing that somebody put on Facebook, and it was my grandpa sitting there talking to somebody, actually telling a story about his time in World War II. And if I can find that, it's actually a lot of you might not care, but it's really.
I find that pretty fascinating, actually, to listen to. The coolest thing I can say about it is my grandfather was in the Navy, and he served on the HMCS Prince Henry, I think. Anyway, he was one of the support craft that actually that ferried troops to the beaches on D-Day.
I found it.
Like he wasn't on the actual landing craft. He was on Prince Henry, but they were involved in the D-Day landings, and it was a really important feature. And he actually got a medal for it.
That's awesome. The only story I was ever told from my granddad.
I found it right here. Oh my god! I just found it. I'm gonna put it into our chat because I can't put it in the other chat. But
do it. I love to see
anybody
this.
here that wants to see it, it's not nothing. There's nothing to see.
But
it's all just audio, but still, it's fucking.
Yeah,
that's still
it's
cool.
my grandpa telling a story about his
James
time in World War II.
Melville McEwen. Okay.
My middle names are Arnold after my mom's side grandpa, and Melville after him. Kerry Arnold Melville McEwen is my name.
See, that's awesome. I don't have any stories like that from my grandfather because
the only wartime story I've got was granddad. I don't know why he told me this, but he was part of the Navy, and the only story he ever talked about, and I think it was like to prove a point, was it was like one night he was on one of the big ships, and the Japanese had sabotaged the ship, and he was saying, it gets a little bit dark now, and he was saying that he basically had to like pretend to be dead because because he was like just below the deck, and he could hear like every time one of the Japanese soldiers murdered one of the other British soldiers in their sleep.
Wow.
So he was like,
I can't even imagine. Like, that's just one.
That's
there's so many stories.
Yeah.
So many people went through shit like that during the war, man. It's
horrible
fucking
complex.
That's insane. Like I can't even.
Fucked.
Anybody here seen the movie Ravenous? I think it was called.
Yeah, he was on the bottom, and the blood was going to his.
Yeah, no, dude,
that's great.
You know what? Randomly, Paul, the fact that you're the first one to be like, yeah, it's like because that movie's kind of fucked up.
That was my bourbon movie.
That's like, but again, like I love that movie, man. I fucking love that movie.
I only like it for Robert Carlyle.
He was great.
I need to revisit
I love the whole film.
I thought all the acting, everything in that movie, it was all fucked up, but it was a really well done movie. It was so good.
Hey, Redbeard.
Hey,
Redbeard, post that link on the Facebook chat. Some of us don't have group chat. Just FYI.
Hey guys,
it's because you're mobile.
Yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, I gotta actually get going. It's like 1 a.m. I gotta get to bed.
What the hell?
I've been up since like 6 a.m. I'm sorry.
Well, there you go. You're not even at 24 hours yet. Come on now. You can do that. Come on.
I'm gonna go to sleep. No, I'm fine.
Honestly, though, Victoria, thank you so much for coming into this. I've been trying to get her to come into live chats for a little while now, and it finally happened.
Plug in
I feel victorious.
Plug in your
channel.
Yeah, randomly type something into the chat out there. So the 3 people watching right now can
plug in your channel. What's your channel name?
Awkward Victoria.
Awkward Victoria.
There you go.
It was great. It was great having you on. It was nice talking about retro game systems.
What we want to happen is that everyone that's subscribed to Redbeard unsubscribe and
subscribe to
Victoria.
Yeah, because it's not like I said before. She's the one that has like over 5,000, almost 6,000 now. I think subscribers. You're getting there, aren't you? Yeah. No, she's like we have a hardcore like YouTube celebrity in our midst right now. I'm saying, like, nobody even realizes this.
She's like the PewDiePie of this chat.
There you go. There you go.
She's the only one here that could get YouTube partnerships still after February 28th.
There you go.
God.
Yep.
Yeah, I've
Whatever it
heard
is.
so much about that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
sucks. I'm sorry.
I'm
That's all right, but I'm losing mine. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm all done. It's all
I
gone.
unsub to Redbeard, but I'm not going to sub to you. So I'm halfway there.
You're halfway there.
That's just the call way.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what?
You've
Step
met Paul
number one is
now.
the most important.
That's a hell of a thing. Awkward Victoria met Paul and didn't get disgusted right away. So
I'm
great.
very
Red,
calm.
Victoria,
Redbeard again. Paul hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, I haven't
Look,
said anything,
if you can handle a chat with Paul and Greg, then you're
a
good.
full chat.
Again,
and,
we're behaving
Yeah, but
ourselves. We're
neither
not
party,
doing
neither
anything.
party are having alcohol, so it's
They are actually being very well behaved this evening.
And
I
right
have to
now,
say.
well, the thing is too, I'm getting paid to be here right now. So
Yeah.
And the first Canadian too.
That's why he's not drunk.
yep. So I can't do that on this premises. So
How the hell are you being paid to be here? What do you mean?
I'm
What?
on the clock.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
You
Back in
fucking
the day,
lucky
that was
bastard.
a regular.
That's awesome. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
There is.
Back
Well,
in my old job, I had my own office.
I'll see if I can jump in another chat some other time. I know I work 2 jobs, but I can see what I can do.
Oh, you're welcome to.
All right, I'll check you guys out later.
Please, some of these
Sorry,
people,
go
if they're
ahead.
only contacting
Cheers.
for females.
So
Cheers.
many cheers, Victoria.
Cheers, Victoria.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Bye.
Good times.
Santi.
bye bye.
And all your watchers
That's
go
cool.
away.
Yeah, there we go. We're done.
Yeah.
Yep, we're done.
Now we're stuck with Greg and Peter. I think we're good.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Be another
You
6
said-
months
Whoa,
before
whoa, whoa,
Redbeard
don't-
talks
don't-
to a
don't
girl.
drag me into this.
Is it done?
I give it about another 25 minutes before a penis gets flopped out.
No, you said
25
done.
minutes. What do you think? Why do you think that's going to take that long?
You said done.
Yeah, really. That's kind of overestimating it right there, buddy.
Done. John Dunbar.
Well, I was
Tatanka.
worried that like Nick was showing off
Tatanka.
his collection, and Victoria suddenly one upped him and had something he didn't have. Nick was just got to pull his dick out, and be like, "Yeah, well,
Nobody got a reference.
check
eh?
out this mammoth."
Here's
like that, check
here's
this out.
looking at the
Tatanka.
chat. Looking at the chat. Here's Jamie. He says, "Charming Paul and Greg are making me sick right now. Get to the gape jokes."
I know. Yep.
Where-
I
Talk about
Well,
It's all about
Well,
the gape joke.
you know what? I am considering popping out open a barley wine, so we'll see what happens.
Nobody.
I wish
I thought you weren't
could,
going
wish
to
I
drink
could.
tonight, Greg.
Well, it's 1 a.m, so it's this morning now.
It's tomorrow now. Yeah, there you go.
I
You
think
didn't
I
drink.
was-
You didn't drink yesterday. You can drink today though. It's fine.
It's the
I think
Lord's Day.
I only told
It's the
Redbeard.
Sorry,
I
Paul.
got a call yesterday about my
So-
beer order. I think
Oh, that-
Redbeard. Yeah, I got a fraud notice. They were like making sure I wasn't a fraud because the beer ban was
That's
so
hilarious.
big.
Because
Yeah,
it's
my
only
order
like what
was-
$1,200 something like that.
Yeah, $1,200 beer mail. So I was so they called me up to make sure I was really me, and then like it wasn't a fraud and stuff. And they're like, "Okay, no, sorry, we'll send it out to you." 2 beers of the beer mail weren't available, so I said, "Refund me those 2 beers," and they're shipping them out now. So 80 beers are coming my way.
That's a lot of beer, man,
It's
and that's a lot of
insane.
money to spend on that beer. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I see. The thing is,
Well, you were
that's me.
saying, I understand, like,
I don't
you
know.
said they're all-
you
I
still
don't
don't
know a
get your
little
Jag
bit.
fix.
They're all like the impure. They're all like
Priorities.
barrel aged or like expensive
Yeah.
or beer, but still like that many in one order, man. Like holy Christ, dude. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I feel like
I mean,
shit,
I
I
go
pay more
all
than
the way.
£30 for beer. It's like
Mhm.
When do you
Well,
open
wait-
your store?
Oh, I won't have.
Nice.
But
Dude,
all that
open
beer
your
is gonna be
legs.
gone in a week. So just
Like
don't even
I
fucking
spent
think about
probably a good close to probably $150 or so on beer when I went down south to visit Chad, the albino there, as well as on top of a good $100 in gas, which was like $250 altogether that I did not really have to spend at the time.
Mhm.
Like I had a great time, but it was a bad idea, like being on EI and stuff like that. Like, people calling me and shit. I want my money. It's like, I'm sorry, I spent it on a trip down south. They don't like that.
Yeah. Well, I went over to Washington
no,
for the
you
first
don't,
time to the girlfriend I had at the time. We were hanging out, and I went to the Marina Market, and it's got some great beer selections. And here I am just pulling beer out and setting it on the counter. And I walked it all the way up to the counter, so I'm not putting it back. So he rang it all up, and he'd be like, "That's $510." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well." I said, "You rang it up. I'm paying for it." So I whipped out the credit card and slid it through and I went back to the Marina Market 2 different times for more beer.
Wow. It's a lot of money,
So, yeah.
That's dust, dude.
Like
my credit card.
Yeah,
I
Paul is
couldn't make a
literally
purchase like
my
that
hero.
because my
He's
credit
my-
card's pretty much
I
like
aspire to
maxed
be
out
like
right now.
Paul.
Yes, you should. And it's less than a month and a half away. I'll be in Manchester, and don't be surprised when you see a bunch of very like scared and awkward Englishmen getting served by topless hookers.
Yeah.
Well, I could lecture you on spending that much on beer, but I just bought a new lens for about $1,400. So
we all have our things, you know. And
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
camera.
I'm a
geek.
camera geek. So
Yeah, that's all right. We all have our things, you know. I just bought. I just bought like a $200 worth of My Little Pony stuff. So what happens?
I've got an incredibly expensive
I mean-
paperweight in my garage.
My niece is
Little
all
Camaro.
all about
Yeah.
this fucking.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere for 4 months.
I got my new Top Gear shirt. Slow.
That's
fat,
awesome.
and-
Nice.
short, fat, slow.
Short, fat, and slow.
Do you mean Top Gear or the Grand Tour now?
Oh, fuck.
Well,
I gotta watch
this
the new
is
Grand
technically. I think this is a Grand Tour shirt. That was Top Gear shirt. So
There
Grand
you go.
Tour. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't have Amazon Prime, so I can't watch it sadly. So
Torn
That
files,
shit.
man. Torn files, yo. Torn files. I have Amazon Prime, and I still use torn files to get it because Amazon
Okay.
is always choppy and terrible.
link me up. Link me.
Plus, if
I'll
you
watch
press
Go
Paul,
to
you
the
have to do is
piratebay.org.
just create an Amazon account, sign up for 30 days of free Prime, watch it all, and then
Binge
cancel
watch,
then cancel
and
it.
then cancel it. There, I
Yeah.
can do that.
You can't
too.
do that as well. Yeah, that's the thing. Like Amazon Prime, for me anyway, like it pays for itself. Not this time of year. I don't order a lot, but like when I'm making actual money, I order a lot of shit from Amazon. That free shipping and stuff, it makes it worth it. It's like $75 or something a year for Prime, and I'm
See,
down.
I don't
so
find I
it's
order
that
enough
cheap?
from Amazon to justify it, although it is really cheap. But
Again, like it's
That's
to each their own.
it's
Like
that
if you,
inexpensive.
I do like ever since I got Prime. That's like my go-to, like because Amazon's got pretty much everything you'd ever want to order.
And then you
At a
can
pretty
order
good
like
price.
you can actually order like stuff off Amazon too, then for a discount or whatever, right? On Amazon.com, you can order
Yeah.
like shit for your house and stuff.
All kinds
If
of
it's
cool
only
shit, man.
$75 a year,
if I was in the States, I think I'd do it more because Amazon.ca is not nearly as good as Amazon.com.
You're true. You're right. It's not bad. It's still pretty damn good, but
It's
the
good,
.com,
but
there's a lot more
.com's
shit.
way
You're
better.
wrong.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, I mean, I have family in Detroit or close to Detroit, so anything I want to get from .com, I send to their house. But I don't give a shit if it gets to me in 2 days because it's usually a month before I can pick it up anyway. So
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'll just
Yeah,
get the free shipping, and I mean, you only need to spend what $25-$30 to get free shipping anyway. So
Most of
I
the
don't know.
stuff I want is Amazon.ca. It's on there, but occasionally it'll be like you do the Google search and it comes up, and it comes up with the Amazon.com, and you're like, "Fuck me, you
And you know,
bastards!"
what, truthfully, especially since you get the free streaming service too, like it is a good service. It's just I at this point don't justify. I don't buy enough to justify it.
Oh,
So
fair enough. Like for
All
me,
of
I have that streaming service, which again, the Grand Tour is the only show exclusive to them that I really watch weekly, I guess you'd say. And then there's
problem.
the
That's the
and
problem.
actually,
They
speaking
really don't
of-
have all that much.
I don't think did I watch this week's Grand Tour? I don't even know yet.
I have
Oh
not.
my god. I gotta download that right now. But anyway, and also I have Netflix, which is just there's so much shit on Netflix. Like everybody here's watched Big Mouth, right?
Nope.
No, it's an original cartoon series on Netflix, and it's about like these kids going through puberty, and it's
Are there tips
fucking
in it?
surprisingly there's one episode
I'll
where
watch
where the girl who's I want to say is like 13 or so going through puberty has
Oh,
a mirror.
okay,
She has
okay.
a
it's a
mirror.
little old for Greg, but
She has a mirror and she looks down at herself and her like vagina comes alive and she's having a conversation with her vagina. So it's basically it's borderline like not right
All
to
right,
watch.
I know what I'm doing for the rest of the night. See you later.
Oh yeah, Greg, it's all he's
Oh,
up your
Big
alley, man.
Mouth?
It's right up your alley, Big Mouth, and it's
Yeah.
fucking. It's a great show. It's just
Okay.
there's some parts of it where you're like, this is like, really, you allowed this to be put on your fucking network? Like what?
I always thought that show Drawn Together should have been more X-rated. It would.
I didn't watch a lot of that show.
Well,
I've seen it though. I haven't
That
watched a
was
lot of it.
actually they had a lot more stuff in it if you had like the unrated versions of it.
Yeah, that would have been more.
Like they had nudity and
entertaining.
shit in it.
Mhm. But it should have been even creepier and weirder and more X-rated.
Everybody here watch the Boondocks?
I kind of agree.
The Boondocks. It's just sort of like the Black Family, whatever it was. Oh my god, that show.
That's very offensive. I'm offended.
Yeah,
It's
rephrase.
it's what it was. It's a show about a black family, a cartoon show about a black family, just like living their life, and it's if you watch the
Living their
uncensored
life,
version,
and everyone's got guns
it's
and they shoot each
fucking
other all the time.
it's the uncensored is like beyond like uncensored.
Beyond,
There's cocks, there's dicks, there's swearing, there's all kinds of crazy shit.
Which is this?
The Boondocks.
The Boondocks.
Oh.
Down in the Boondocks. Down in the Boondocks.
I think the best thing I've seen on TV, even though the TV show itself is fucking pure cancer, but
Dancing with the Stars.
no, but you know that TV show Girls from Lena fucking Fat Bitch Dunham.
Lena Dunham.
Yeah,
Wow,
there was a
Fat
really good
Bitch Dunham.
there was a really good arse eating scene
Ooh.
in that series.
Ooh.
That show actually has some really good nudity on it.
I like a good ass eating.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Paul.
Wasn't there a good money shot scene too, where a guy blew his load on some chick's chest?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I've never really properly watched it because I just can't stand.
My God.
But yeah, there was a very good rimming scene.
Favorite like adult themed cartoon, I guess it's like for an older audience, The Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
If you have not seen that, it was fun. It's still going on. It's still happening.
Girlfriend was always good.
It's one of those shows where like you've got to be a dedicated fan because like there's like minimum 2 years that go by between seasons because like it's one of the only shows where they still do like the drawing type shit and like it's an unbelievably amazing show. Brock Sampson is one of the best cartoon characters ever created in the history of the world. But like the wait between seasons is maddening. Like it's the way the last one ended. If you haven't seen it, start from the beginning. It takes about like half a season or so for them to like kind of get their groove and like for stuff to actually become like coherent and like cohesive and like stuff like gets referenced back and forth kind of in the whole storyline begins to form. But once you get into that, man, it's one of the best shows, like not just cartoons, but in my opinion, shows you will ever watch. It's so fucking brilliantly done, man. I can't say enough good things about it. I love that show so much. I love it.
I was just about to Google them on my phone, and as soon as I put my internet on, eFucked comes up. So
eFucked. You've been eFucked.
eFucked is a great fuck.
Such a great website.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a big fan of enluxurytv.com.
Motherless is good.
Motherless is good too, but eluxurytv.com takes it that little step further.
Well, is that the one you linked me that had all the animals in it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I watch any of that stuff. I'm just saying it's crazy. You got everything. It's crazy.
You're saying you're not watching it.
I'm not saying I'm not watching it. I'm just saying it's crazy.
Well, you can watch stuff like that and not actually
and like Torture Galaxy. That's another fun one.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with watching it and you get nothing from it. It's perfectly fine. It's just a curiosity. It's like a freak show, isn't it? Like the bearded lady.
It's like a train crash.
That's all it is.
A bloody train crash. You don't want to look, but you got to.
Yeah, there's blood, gore, and non-consenting escapades. But if you don't get appealed by that, then there's nothing wrong with watching it.
Baby, I get peeled like an apple, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gotta love the Paul. Gotta love the Paul.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Nice. Where are you headed on your European excursion there, Paul?
I'm going to Manchester and then Birmingham and then maybe some other escapades now and again.
And
But
when's
those are
it-
the two
when-
places in March.
Oh, so is that still a ways off? Okay, I thought it was happening soon.
Well, it's less than a month and a half away.
It's soon enough. I just thought I thought it was happening imminently, like very soon.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't care what the weather is. I'm gonna hear. Let's just say that. I don't give a shit. I'm looking forward to it.
Man says it. Well,
No, dude, I imagine
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
You're going to
All I
Europe.
know is Peter and I are gonna cuddle quite a bit.
There's some
It's possibly going to be shit weather, man. But I hope you have a great time. Honestly,
Because it's got no place to go.
I'm gonna.
And who's that? Is that a
Squirted
Greg?
snow, squirted snow.
Greg, was that the Imperial Stout by Great Lakes?
That's the Beard of Zeus Imperial barley wine. Is there a non-imperial barley wine? I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway,
I didn't
this is
have
their
that
barley
one.
wine.
That sounds like it's probably going to be good, though.
It's amazing.
the
It's
30
amazing. This is my second bottle I've had of it. It's fantastic. In fact, I think it's much better than the stout. Personally, I wasn't as crazy about their stout as some people were. Personally, I thought it's good, but wasn't amazing.
What's the ABV on the barley one?
12.
12. The stout was in a 9-ish, I want to say. In the Russian Imperial Stout.
Depends which one. The
30th anniversary Russian Imperial Stout.
The barrel aged one was 12%. The non-barrel aged, I believe, was 10%.
I think that's the one. That's the one I had with Marcel on my channel, and it was fucking delicious. I like that one a lot. So I can only imagine their barley one's probably damn tasty as well.
Here's
I'm a
the
little
thing,
jealous
here's the
of
thing
you
with
right
Great
now.
Lakes is Great Lakes doesn't really make bad beers. Like they're not super experimental compared to like a lot of Bellwood stuff. So all their stuff is usually core styles, stouts, IPA stuff, and they do everything amazingly, and that's why they're the best brewery.
Well, again, like I said,
you can drink Great Lakes without being a hipster, though.
Their
That's nice.
Octopus Wants
Yes,
to
you
Fight, their Karma Citra, and their Lake Effect are 3 of my favorite IPAs.
Yeah.
I love them all. They're so good.
I believe wasn't Great
Yeah, you
Lakes
can't
the
go
one who
wrong.
made Noble? Was it Pompous Ass?
Sorry, which one?
Pompous Ass.
was-
Pompous Ass
yeah,
is their
Pompous
pale.
Ash, yeah.
I like
It's
that a
still a-
lot.
Really, Pompous
That's
Ass
one of the-
and
that's one of their core
Canuck are
beers.
two. Yeah, those two are both fantastic sessionable
Everywhere.
beers.
Those beers are everywhere for them.
If you ever
I
get a
like
chance to
Pompous
try their
Ass.
Devil's Pale Ale, which it used to be a regular beer, now it's a seasonal, but their Devil's
I
Pale
think
Ale is
I
always
think I
really
got
good.
it last time I was up. I think
I wanna
got
try that
and
one.
I got
There's a-
Pompous Ass.
There's a I got the
Yeah, that's
Robo
a really
Hop,
solid.
the Robo Hop
Hops,
double IPA.
It's not my favorite double IPA, but it's not bad.
My issue with that one, I didn't even review it on my channel because I got it in Sudbury. Randomly, I was like, "Oh my god, Robo Hop! It's $5 a can," and I got it home, and it was before I was checking dates when I bought things, and it was like 7 months old when I bought it. And I was like, "Are you fucking
when
serious?"
we had a
It was-
hangout at the Albino once, and I swear someone brought Robo Hop or something like some kind of robotic hop.
I think
Either
Robo
like-
Hop may have been there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Robo
Hopbot's a very common
Hotbot.
IPA.
I was thinking about Hotbot. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was
I
thinking.
actually get a lot
Yeah,
of
I
booze
brought a
from,
hot bot
Robo
one
Hop.
year.
Yeah, I
At
thought it was
Chad's
you, Nick.
place.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not bad if you get it fresh. If you get it fresh, it's actually a very decent, stronger IPA. But if you get it old, it becomes a malty mess pretty quickly, I find.
Yeah. The thing is with Peter and I, at first, we're gonna hit all the regular pubs. We're gonna hit JW Lee's. We're gonna hit we're gonna hit all the old, boring, traditional casts stuff.
You're gonna do a bunch of videos on this shit, right? Right? Right?
Of course.
Damn right. I want to see all the videos.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Randomly Awkward Victoria.
Powell.
I've been offline. She
He wants it.
wanted everyone to know. She Awkward Victoria has an original Robbie the Robot, like the fucking Nintendo robot thing, in mint condition. Mint condition.
Red beer.
She's very proud of that. I'd be proud too. That's fucking crazy. Sorry.
Red
go
beer.
ahead.
Brad,
I
I
don't know
don't
where
think
it
she's
is.
gonna have
I
sex
don't-
with you, buddy.
I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, but I have a Rob the Robot too, but it's missing the battery cover. on
Yeah,
it.
see, hers is like mint condition, still like in the package.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Nick,
She's
we get it.
got
Your
it.
penis is bigger.
Nick,
I'm
If
sure.
you look
Gabe
above
tried
my
to-
head-
It's bigger than Robbie. I want to see that shit.
Oh yeah, you can't see it from here, but over here, like over on top of the shelf over here, I've got the deluxe box
He
set.
wants to Talk.
for the
He
for the
wants to
super,
talk.
for the
He
original
wants to
Nintendo.
talk. He wants to talk.
Deluxe. What is the deluxe box set for Super for the original Nintendo? What even is that?
Talk, but he wants
Because
to
that's
play
the
one
one
day.
that had Rob
He was
the
trying to say
Robot
something
with it.
fun, but
Hey,
help
slut.
him.
Oh, and it came with the whole thing, really? You still have that Robbie the Robot? It's still like, is it still mint in package?
I'm
Oh, he's getting up
surprised
there.
you won't
He's
mute
getting up
people.
to me.
Any of you whores want to say hi to my channel during review right now? Say hi.
Oh, is that what's happening right now?
What? Yeah, it's going to be very awkward on Guy's video because nobody fucking listened to Guy.
These are my friends. Say hi.
Yes. Well, love. I love my friend
Sure.
Captain Picard. He's
Yeah.
great. Oh, dude. And is everything still in there? That's what I'm asking.
Well, no, right? Because that's my Nintendo, right?
So, like, do you still have the Robbie the Robot?
Yes.
Is he still
I'm
like
not-
all
I
good?
think- yeah, I think it's out in the garage. I don't know if it's necessarily in mint condition, but I do have Rob the Robot.
That is pretty cool.
And-
Like, I can't deny that's pretty cool.
And where is it? Is the price tag still on this box? What I paid for it?
It was like 2 or 3
Where's
probably.
the where's the pocket pussy on it?
The problem is Nick's sex toys won't fit in your pocket.
I just
Okay.
got a My Little Pony that's is anatomy accurate.
Nick
We're good.
Nick uses the back of a minivan as a flashlight.
Anatomically correct.
Life size.
It is. I can cuddle with him.
You can pull its hair.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
Gee,
about right.
Gee, we finally shut up, Gee. Gee. Where are you, Gee?
Gee?
Is Guy dead?
Gee.
I'm filming you on the monitor right on my camera.
Oh. Are you gonna do a review, Gee?
Yes? It's all
Go ahead,
done.
do it. Do it now.
Say hi, Paul.
Given the pants are wet, I thought you were going to masturbate on camera.
Why the hell not?
If you're going to do that, let me know so I can go
If you're
offline.
not age restricted yet, we're gonna make that happen right now, baby.
Done.
You're so weird.
I feel like this is the beginning of some like voyeur video where a guy's gonna film
Yeah.
secretly fucking his wife or something.
A very
Put it on
intimate
YouPorn.
project.
I got lots of footage. It's good.
Good times.
Nick's got some footage.
He's actually fucking your wife, Greg.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
On her rag.
I am her wife.
I'd fuck
Ooh,
anyone's
you.
wife right now. It's a loss
Lollipop,
to me.
lollipop, oh, lollipop.
My penis is lonely.
Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
Listen, periods are for blowjobs and anal sex.
Are they now? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. A good soldier can stand to get a little blood on him.
Yeah, I can get blood all over my mouth. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Well, how do you think Redbeard got his beard so red?
It's not that red at all.
Get
It's
red
not
beard.
that red at all.
Oh shit!
It looks more brown stain.
I could dye it and like make it like bright red. It's like this is like ginger orange red kind of shit going on right now.
It's just he's more. It's all from the eating ass more than the eating.
Yeah, it's chocolate
I
sundae.
eat whatever I can get in my mouth.
Well, you know what? If you're eating pussy and you have a beard that long, the end of it's going to go in the ass, and it's all going to kind of mix together in a nice soup.
Right now, it's like weird. I got like two braids going on.
That's the one thing you realize when you first do a 69 is how close you are to her asshole.
Is
I
that a
just go
good
right.
thing?
There's
You
no
look up,
problem.
you're right.
The first time I did it, it was
Just
dark.
means you've got an extra
So I
option.
didn't really realize that it was fine. It was a good time.
And
It
then
was
the
a good
balls in
time.
the face.
Oh, it's definitely a good time.
Oh, and the balls hit me in the face. That
Oh, I
was
don't
well played.
Well
played.
It's in the dark. You don't know.
Dude, if the balls are hitting you in the face, something's wrong.
I was gonna say maybe the room.
I mean, whatever you're into is okay in this day and age, but
And hey, if you could pull that off, fair play.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the male anatomy in my
I'm
face.
just saying we need
Well, Ron
some
Jeremy
more.
Ron Jeremy could suck himself off.
Yeah.
oh god,
We just
That's
need
a
more.
skill to me.
We need
That's
more
like a-
Futanaris in the world.
Yeah.
More what now? What?
We need more Futanaris in the world.
I don't even know what you mean by that. I'm
So you
lost.
get the girls with the dicks, the pussies, and the assholes.
Oh,
Guys, go for it.
Paul just wants it all. He just can't make up his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go from day to day. What do I want in me or on
No.
me? I don't know. You know,
Man, woman, or beast.
Fuck,
It's always
man.
an adventure. For
Deciding is so hard.
Christ, Paul. Jesus
I
Christ,
just
Paul.
don't know. I just
Oh.
don't know.
I love you, but you're so fucking fucked up in your head. Adam.
Weird.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god.
That's why we bring him in.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
I can imagine a
He
lot
puts
of
the
pegging
lotion
is
on
going
its
to go.
skin.
It's going to happen.
Oh yeah, we're gonna we can go to a local
Ah.
sex shop, and we can say that we're men of science.
That's
We're men
right.
of science.
Nice.
That was
I finally have a reason to wear my trench coat.
exactly. I just bought.
Why,
I
you
just
gonna
bought
shoot up a
myself
school?
trench coat.
Wear a trench coat so you can flash people?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Man, I went overly dark with that, didn't I?
Yep.
Not really, because I don't care. But there was a.
Fair enough.
I had one for like 20 fucking. I had a fucking trench coat for like 20 fucking years, and it's beat to shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm buying myself a new one. But it's more like kind of like I can't find a really good quality one that looks like just a regular old trench coat. So it's more like that duster style. But it seems pretty nice. So fuck it, I bought it. So it's got that kind of cape almost that surrounds the shoulders, duster style. But
Oh yeah.
I look like a Texas Undertaker now. So I'm like, fuck it, that's good. So, I got a hat and I got my cowboy boots, so I'm gonna fucking rock it out. It's gonna be amazing.
Jack up.
Shotgun now.
I got my fucking stirrups and my assless chaps, and I got all my strap-ons all packed up already. I'm looking forward to it. Peter's
This ass ain't big enough for the both of us.
And you may be shocked to know that Paul is actually responsible for other human beings.
Mm-hmm. I actually take care of people.
And he's the responsible one.
I'm the responsible one. I'm very responsible. Yeah. And the guy I work with named Tyler said, you can all just go fuck off. Well, he said hi, but it came out to me. Go fuck off. So, hello to everyone from him.
Hello.
Hello.
Harry never gave me any actual details, but apparently there is that axe throwing bar in Birmingham that we have to go check out. And Cloudwater's on the Friday for the meetup. So I'm looking forward to that. Kind of the last big brewery where we're all going to hang out will be Cloudwater, which the more I've heard of some of the new Cloudwater brews, they're just all fantastic. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be good.
And I'm throwing Peter some money via the internet to order some big beers too. So the internet beer buying is not done for me. And I'm taking my roller luggage. I'm emptying it out and filling it with towels from the hotel room, taking it down to Birmingham. Apparently there's a massive bottle shop down there that I'm going to fucking load up in. So I'm looking forward to it. Yep. Lots of beer to buy. And, I still have that hope to get on CNN somehow, but we'll see if
you'll get on CNN. We'll get you on.
Oh, you'll get on CNN.
Yeah. I don't know. Drunk American uses pedestrians as axe targets. You know what I mean? Taken down by policemen. You know, that kind of thing.
That seems about right.
Work. Yeah.
Isn't that what everyone wants? Isn't that what everyone wants in life? Really? Come on now.
Everyone needs their 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The bloodier the better.
Yeah.
The bloodier the better. Blood makes new headlines. That's what it.
Terrorist attack and claim it in the name of Trump.
Yeah. If you don't have tits, you got to use blood. That's just the way it is. If you can get bloody tits, everyone wants it.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Especially pagan bloody tits.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you joined in, Paul. Your very unique perspective on.
Paul is what gives Nick all his views.
Paul gives views to all people. Yeah, the combination of the Paul and the Greg. Even though, Greg, where's your fucking camera right now? What's going on?
I'm trying to masturbate. Do you want to watch?
Oh yeah, obviously. I want to masturbate to your masturbation.
Oh
Come
wow.
on. Hey man, I'm that lonely. I'm that lonely right now.
For whom the fat faps.
Yep. Remember, everything's a sex toy if you're brave enough.
Wow.
A mouth is a mouth.
Mm-hmm. Mouth to mouse, a hole is a hole. Don't give a shit.
Even when it's got stubble. There you go. You can
Don't
see my
care.
floating head
Red-
again.
Red
There you
stubble.
go. Nice. I love
Does that
that.
mean-
No, I love that
that mean
nose
you
up
finished?
to you on the Greg. Yeah.
I was
I
gonna
guess
say
we
the
all-
nice thing with beards like red beards is you can get a blowjob and wipe your ass at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cornhole.
Nothing
Uh,
wrong with a little corn in your diet.
Yep, it comes out corn.
that's a diet, though. I feel like that's not something we're eating. I hope not, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, corn came out. Yum yum yum. Fuck, come on.
I
Oh,
bet you
God.
even in the human centipede it'll still come out just looking like corn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yep,
wonder
3
about that.
times
From
served.
through all those people, if it maybe it would, maybe something would finally break down, but I don't know.
No way. No.
It's like fat bastard. Corn! I didn't eat any corn.
I didn't eat any corn. Yep,
Yeah.
I remember that. That was a long time ago. I remember that baby back ribs. That was his thing. Baby back.
Maybe back, right.
Ribs.
I tell you what. You get your mojo, you keep your money, but I get your baby.
Keep the baby.
That was just
I think
actually, Vern Schroyer, the guy who played Mini-Me, has his own YouTube channel, and I recommend you check it out. It's actually pretty fucking entertaining. Like he got one of those Power Wheels Tesla fucking models, and he's a tiny guy. He can drive Power Wheels like a fucking. I'm jealous of that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the only thing I'm jealous of. That and I guess his fame and money. I'd say that obviously, but being a person like this tall would be a hell of a weird thing to.
Well, you get a lot more upskirts.
True, but
Yeah,
but you gotta walk around. Like every step for one person is like 5 for you, and it'd be a hell of a thing to experience. Like if there's any way to if we eventually get to like Matrix level fucking augmented reality kind of shit.
You get
Bam!
so much money
And
that
you
you
can-
pay someone to walk around like your blaster master.
Well, no, he has a fucking like little scooter thing, so he can walk around as fast as normal people basically walk around.
No shit.
But-
Pig shit.
But again, like that's it's gonna be. I don't know if I'll be alive or any of us will be alive to see that. But like,
I don't imagine
reality
any of us
where-
are going to be alive in like 5 years or so. We all drink
No.
very heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking if we all just if everything's okay as far as that goes, and I'm talking like augmented reality to the point where like Matrix style, where like people have a chip in them and stuff, and they're like connect to the internet in a completely different way. Like the anybody here actually read Ready Player One?
Red 2.
No.
What is this reading you speak of?
Fair enough. It's a
These
book.
words
The
and
movie is
something,
being
something.
made by Steven Spielberg, so I have hope for it. But it was a huge like nostalgia.
Okay, yeah, I saw
Where's the Jewish
trailer
narrative
for
coming
it.
from? Then?
That's the guy who made Jaws. You know that shark movie?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's again
Every,
the movie.
every film he's done as a fucking Jew narrative.
This is
Even
Ready
Jaws?
Player One, and it's like the book
You've
was
been making money your whole life. You've
the
been
book
counting your
was
money
a
your whole
big like nostalgia kind of boner, like all these like references to things in the past that like I grew up with and stuff. But at the same time, the concept of it is like it's in the future, obviously, and there's this internet, and like you put in your fucking helmet and you're there. You're like in the real world, but you're there in this internet and you can do all this cool shit and stuff, and it's a really kind of cool
Spielberg movie.
look at what might possibly happen in the future.
I already know that.
Spielberg
I watched Demolition Man. I already know what's gonna happen.
that was a good movie.
You figure out to use the 3 seashells.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone is honestly one of my favorite actors. Period. Even though like a lot of the
Well,
shit
your
he's
bar is
done
low.
is like just like fucking bad, but like
No, Stallone's good. I mean, I prefer
Yeah, I like
Schwarzenegger,
Stallone.
but they're both really awesome.
Yeah, well, like
all the rest of us are
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
again, it's like like yeah, like the Rocky series.
Prefers
great,
Sandra
but, like,
Bullock.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock was one of the
Sandra
only.
Bullock in the 90s.
I used to have her poster of her on my wall when I was like 15, 16, so like 95, 96, in that heyday. She was like, I loved her back in the day, man. I was all about Sandra Bullock. And then like
she was good looking.
I'll
I
just
don't know
say
what she
Frank
looks like now,
Stallone's
but-
better than Sylvester Stallone.
who now?
Oh,
Sheer innate dumb shit that he's been involved in.
What would you say? Who?
Frank Stallone is like the bastard brother.
Oh, really?
Somewhere between Sylvester Stallone and Frank Sinatra.
You know, randomly, if no one's ever seen it, Sylvester Stallone movie called Oscar, made back in the I want to say mid '80s or so, and it's actually like a weird comedy movie with him. He plays like a crime boss who's trying to get out of the crime industry and shit. And it's like just about like a day in his house kind of thing, and all these people come to his house, all the shit goes down, and it's a fucking damn enjoyable movie.
I still
If you haven't
remember
seen it.
Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
That was again like that.
Yeah.
That one was more.
that's way back in the day.
That one was his heyday was kind of fading off a little bit at that point. Like people like critically, that movie was not well received. I didn't hate it, but it was like
I've never seen that movie actually.
Yeah.
like there's like Tango and Cash, great movie. Like
I think I've seen that.
it's like
Tom Hanks
Rocky.
and a dog.
Rocky and Rambo obviously are his two like iconic characters.
Here's
And-
the thing is, here's the thing with both those movies is that, they kind of ended up with a lot of sequelitis, especially the Rocky movies. But you know what? Like, both of those first two movies are fucking, like, amazing, like literally, like, Oscar-worthy movies. Then the sequels kind of not as much, but...
I loved Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Rocky 1 to 4 are all... Like
Those were
Rocky 2 to 3. Rocky 2 to 4. Maybe not as great movies, but they're a shit ton of fun to watch.
yeah,
And then 5 is awful.
Well, Rocky 1 was like
5's terrible.
Rocky 1 was like fucking Oscar worthy shit. Like damn right, fucking look at that
Didn't
shit.
it win the Oscar
It's
for
good.
Best Picture? Or
I
was
think
it
it
just
did.
nominated?
I think it actually might have won.
Is it
It won
Rocky-
something. But again,
Is
like
it Rocky 3 that Rocky 3 that had Mr. T in it?
yes, that was
Yeah,
good.
that was
and
good
Hulk
one.
Hogan and Hulk Hogan, which as Thunderlips or whatever. It was fucking like it was
Yeah,
awesome.
And that
It was
and that was
awesome.
before I think he joined WWF at the time. I think that was like still before that happened.
Like probably on the cusp, I'd say, because he was a part of them for a long time.
I still think, and I still think part 2 is probably my favorite one because that one, like, you got chills at the end when she's just like, "Win, Rocky, win."
No,
I was like,
I'll give you
oh, I'm not crying. I swear.
like again, like 2, like 3, and 4 though. Like 4, the Ivan Drago fucking fight. Like again,
Yeah,
it's like it's getting way more ridiculous at this point.
I think
But
4
that's that
4
fight
is
where it's
probably
like
like the
he's in
like the
Russia
most-
fighting, and the
Yeah.
Russians are
When you
cheering
think
for him
about
by
that,
the
such a
end. It's like,
stupid
yeah,
fucking
Rocky,
film.
and he fucking and like when he says like he's like a piece of iron, and like what's his name? Dolph Lundgren does a great job as Ivan Drago in that movie, like being like the Russian fucking blah blah blah, and like. And then I haven't seen Creed. Apparently, it's great. They're making
Creed
a
is
sequel to
really
that.
good. It is
But-
really, really good.
But
Here's the problem is that
Rocky
Creed would've been
Balboa. That was
Creed
his
would've
kind
been-
of.
Rocky Balboa is pretty good too.
It was decent. It was actually again. He was saying he's got bricks in his gloves or something like that, which is like it's like he's this old boxer who he can just that's what Rocky Balboa can fucking punch you in the face like nobody else, and it's like he's got bricks in his gloves. He's cheating and all this shit. That was cool. It was.
I mean,
it
that
was
movie,
good.
that
I
movie
like
was good, but Creed was actually Creed was a fucking awesome movie.
I need to watch that.
The problem with Creed is when it ends, you're kind of just like, okay, this is the perfect ending for the series. Don't make a sequel, and they're already making a sequel to it. It's like, no, come on.
They gave it a bit of time. But still, yeah, I know what you mean. Again, like with the Rambo series, like the Rambo 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And then they released the like Rambo movie, and I loved it. I thought it was great, but it needed to be. What is happening right now?
Well, and that's Simon. That's signing. That's the time for me
Jesus
to go
Christ.
sign.
The Sound of Silence.
Simon Garfunkel plays this time.
But again, like the Rambo series, 1, 2, and 3, they kind of like closed it off really nice.
See you later, Paul.
And then the Rambo
Bye-bye.
movie came out.
See you later.
Oh, peace out, man.
Have a good one,
And
Paul.
it was great. I loved it a lot. Like the fact, like the graphicness of it, like the Rambo makes his own knife, the gutting the guy scene, the scene with like him turning the
Are you,
machine gun
talking
around.
about the? Oh, you're talking
the
new
latest one.
You know what? That one does not.
That was a
one
good
gets
film.
shit
That was
on
an
a lot.
entertaining film.
No,
It's
again,
a
though,
fun. It's a fun, mindless action.
It's a
film.
fun film,
my
but
my
it's not
issue,
fucking
my
dark,
main
isn't it?
issue with it was it needed to be at least 15, 20 minutes longer. Like you watch it, it's like it ends. It's like John didn't read the fact that Rambo gets like help from other people is a big thing in that movie as well. Like she's like Rambo on his own. This is the first time where it's like Rambo and some random mercenary force kind of thing, and it was really well done. But it felt so short to me overall when I watched it again and again. I've watched it many times, and compared to 1, 2, and 3, like First Blood Part 2 and Rambo 3, those movies have everything just kind of comes together. And this one here, it feels like everything's just like it's rushed or something.
Well,
I don't know.
It also felt very small scale compared to the other ones. Like really, it's kind of like he's just saving a couple hostages is really the gist of the movie. Whereas, like I think it was part 3, he's like fighting a whole army himself. Like it's kind of like.
Well, at the end, it was that was him and that and his military guy there, the colonel, whatever the fuck his name is. They're like the whole gang. They're like, fuck it. No, let's fight them all. And it's then the Afghan army. That's a funny thing to say. Rambo 3, to watch that again now, where they're like, we send all the, there's like a title card thing at the end of the movie where it's like, blah, 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 the Afghan army, they do blah, 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 and all this. And it's like, and now you watch it now and you're like, know about Afghanistan and like all the fucking crazy shit with the Taliban and stuff. And it's like, it's very different to watch that movie now compared to then when it first came out.
It's an incredibly different world. Like, frig, watch the first Die Hard movie.
No, like, again,
Just some of the stuff about terrorism, how different it is. It's like, a white terrorist? What the hell is that?
I love the first Die Hard. Die Hard up until like, the first 3, I want to say. Again, it's always the first 3. And then they go off the rails. Like Die Hard with a Vengeance with Samuel L. Jackson. That movie, like that was fucking fantastic. They want to live free or die hard, or a good day to die hard and shit. It's like, oh my! The one movie was a giant Mercedes-Benz advertisement. It was ridiculous.
I think that was the last one. No, you know what? Fuck. See, here's the thing with Die Hard is there's different tiers of Die Hard. There's the first one, which is fucking untouchable. It's one of the best movies ever made.
I'll give it.
Then you got part 2 and part 3, which are both pretty solid. Part 2 actually gets shit on a lot, but I really like part 2.
No, again, like the first 3 movies, like I'll give you part 1 is like the best of those movies, but 2 and 3, they're damn good movies, man. They're fucking fantastic action kind of comedy. Just great movies to watch and fucking have a good time with.
Yeah, and then part 4 and part 5. Even, you know what? Part 4 is a shitload better than part 5.
I'll give you that. Part 4 is the one where he meets his son or whatever it is, isn't it? And like, there's all they're trying to blow up.
The one with his daughter is a little bit better, but they're both not great.
It was like I can't remember that Live Free or Die Hard or A Good to Die Hard, whichever was first. The one with his son, who's played by, was it the guy?
That dude from
Justin
Spartacus.
Long. Justin Long? Was Justin Long?
Justin Long was the boyfriend of his daughter in part 4. No, the guy who played his son was the same guy. I don't know the guy's name, but he was he was in Spartacus.
Obscure guy. But I want to say it was the one with his daughter's boyfriend then, where Justin Long was the bad guy. I want to say that was the more enjoyable of those films for me, I think.
That one was decent. Like, it was a stupid action movie. It was decent. Then part 5
the one where he drives the car and blows up the helicopter?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was like, he's like, you just blew up a helicopter with a car. and it's like, yeah,
Yep.
It was that one there.
Yep, I
I
do that shit.
I like that one. That one was enjoyable.
Yeah,
But
that
still,
one was
like,
good, but again, it's on a different level than the other ones.
well, again, like all you gotta suspend the first couple movies. That could all actually happen. Like you watch it, it's like, yeah, it's kind of unbelievable, but that could happen. And you get into these later ones, it's like, no, that's not. There's just no fucking way. Like in the last one or whatever, with the Mercedes-Benz one, he's in like a fucking Mercedes-Benz four-wheel drive thing, and he's driving over all these other cars in the fucking traffic jam as if they're just like a road for him to go over. And it's like, no. Fucking no, man.
No.
It was, it made me kind of mad.
Hell no.
But see, you know what? Again, going back to what sort of started this chat is like Rambo is that you take the first Rambo is fucking an incredible movie, and it's like it's actually a very serious movie about fucking issues with like PTSD and all that shit.
It was so
And
fucking
like,
awesome.
that's the thing is most people don't realize that Rambo actually started out as a very serious kind of reflection on like the post-Vietnam era war.
Based on a novel. It's based on an actual novel written by some guy that like basically
and it wasn't actually the
lived
first.
that shit. Like,
It wasn't actually the first time that was turned to a film.
well,
There's
there
an
you go.
Italian crime film in the 70s that was actually based on the Rambo books.
Look at
Oh,
Peter.
okay.
Peter with the random fucking knowledge coming in.
It's only because it's Italian cinema. That's the only reason.
You know what? I think I heard that before. Most likely, I heard that. Oh my god, what the fuck is he doing? I think I've actually heard that. I think probably I heard that on Lee's podcast.
Yeah,
I learned a lot about movies from Lee's podcast, shockingly. But yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna
that
go ahead and
movie
mute him right now. We'll just go ahead, guy.
I think now that it's almost 3 a.m. here in Atlantic time, I'm gonna take this offline because I'm gonna
head off anyway because it's
3 in the morning.
in the morning.
It's not even 2 here yet. Come on, it's so close.
What time? Bullshit. What time is it there, Peter?
It's 5 minutes to 7 in the morning.
Holy
Well,
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
You have a good work day.
Yeah, have a good time at work. Whatever. What do you
Have a
start
good
working like an hour or so? Like fuck. Have a good time. Have a great day trying to be functional.
But you must work
today,
a
do you?
night shift or some shit.
Well,
Jesus,
see, I mean, luckily, well, you say, luckily, I'm unemployed at the moment, so that's how I've been able to do these.
I'm in the same boat. Woo! It's a fun boat, right? Woo.
Oh,
I've been there.
a little bit.
Again, though, I gotta say how awesome it is. Like I said before in a previous chat, like people are telling me like you're doing beer tube, you're gonna make money and blah blah blah. It's like I know that.
Bullshit.
I'm aware. Maybe eventually, like I've 23 or so breweries have, without me asking, sent me free beer. So I'm getting something kind of out of it. But at the same time, the fact that I've met all you guys and become like friends with some of you, Greg, we'll see about that. Most of you guys, you know, I love it. I love it, man. It's like, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Look
Right?
at it this way: the free beer,
pretty
and
much
the friends are
pretty
much
much
around
meeting me is better than any salary you could be making.
All right.
That's
With that
fine.
note, with
I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy in that regard.
You're well endowed.
Yeah. I'm averagely
Well
endowed.
endowed, wealthy.
I've never had a
All right.
complaint. You know,
I'm taking this offline. Well, thanks for watching. And
Remember,
we
all
will-
the nerves of the vagina are in the first 2 inches.
No, God. All right. We'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.
Nick likes to tear them.
Oh, Christ.
Aw.